World-Defying Dan God Chapter 3821, End of Testimonials. Yu Weizhou watched Xiao Xionglan and Shen Xiong leave. There was always a bad hunch in his heart. When Shen Xiong walked away, he looked at the red sky, his face gradually dignified. Suddenly, the entire Chinese medicine Shenzhou began to tremble violently. Suddenly large earthquakes have caused the pancreas medicine Shenzhou to panic. This kind of earthquake is not a common earthquake. While the earth was shaking, a burst of sound rushed up from the earth. There is also a strong wave of air, which hits the ground through the cracks. At this moment, everyone just felt that the earth was floating in the air as if it were about to collapse. When they came into the sky, the blood-red sky dome suddenly appeared a black space crack, as if the whole world would be torn. Shen Xiong and Xiao Xionglan are returning to Baihua village. They are sitting on the market. Xiao Xionglan looked at the handsome and powerful apprentice, with emotion in his heart. Today's Shen Xiong is so powerful, far beyond her, and the powerful power hidden in the body is unfathomable. With Shen Zhang's strength at this time, he can completely arrogant of the entire age. My beautiful sister Xiao Xionglan, why do you always look at my face? Shen Xiong said with a smile. Xiao Xionglan's soft and beautiful face suddenly became cold, and somehow, her petite and exquisite, her body suddenly burst out, looking very scary. What's wrong? Shen Xiong frowned, wondering. Shen Xiong, I feel a terrible power. Don't you feel it yet? Xiao Xionglan suddenly became very alert. Shen Xiong immediately stopped the 6 magic mirrors and controlled the 6 magic mirrors to release the shield to protect them. I didn't feel it. Of course Shen Xiong believed Xiao Xionglan, but he really didn't feel it. There is an earthquake, Xiao Xiong said with a deep voice. This is not an ordinary earthquake, like a time-space collision. Also at this time, many space cracks appeared in the sky. What's the matter? Shen Xiong suddenly panicked. Because he seemed to have lost his perception, he could not perceive the fluctuations of energy around him like Xiao Xionglan did. Shen Xiong, your body! Xiao Xionglan suddenly exclaimed. Shen Zhang's pair of legs turned transparent, and gradually disappeared. The most terrible thing is that Shen Xiong didn't even realize that he didn't feel any pain. What's wrong with me? Shen Xiong shouted. Is it because of the birth of Ao's century Yuan, you want to integrate into the whole era? Xiao Xionglan hugged Shen Xiong quickly, panicking and shouted. Shen Xiong, hurry, you do something quickly, we can't lose you, this world cannot live without you. Shen Zhang's consciousness gradually became confused, and then he saw Baihua village and the pharmacological divine power, and everyone was now in fear. The world is breaking, everyone can only hover in the air, looking at the broken space in all directions. Gradually, Shen Xiong disappeared completely. Xiao Xionglan sat on the mirror of the 6 ways, crying helplessly. The Yuyao mountain villa also appeared at this time, suspended in the air, and the Yuan and Meijing sisters inside quickly flew out and landed on the 6 god mirrors. Ludao Shenjing and Yuyao villa, but they have followed Shen Xiong for a long time, and now they are cut off from Shen Xiong. Because of this, Xiao Xionglan thought that Shen Zhang's disappeared body might be pulled away by some kind of force and merged into a brand new world. There is an ancient myth that the Pengu god opened the earth, and his body became part of the world. Does Shen Xiong do the same? Just when Yuan wanted to ask what happened, they all had a headache. Xiao Xionglan exclaimed. No, all the memories of Shen Xiong in my mind are gradually blurring. Who is it, to erase everything about Shen Xiong from our souls? Yuan shivered, and she also realized that her memory of Shen Xiong was gradually becoming less. If you can do this, there is obviously an extremely powerful force. Quick, seal the memory about Shen Xiong. Xiao Xionglan hurriedly urged that she reacted first. Xiao Xionglan thought of many. She thinks that someone used Shen Xiong to create a new era, and then wiped all the connections between this world and Shen Xiong. Is this force too powerful? Could it be the original creator of Taoism? Now she has only one thought, that is, to rush back to Baihua village and tell everyone about it as much as possible. Shen Xiong, who disappeared between heaven and earth, was in a white space, and he gradually understood what was happening. Before he released the slashing red dragon and swallowed the pill, Ao Shiyuan was born. A new world appeared, and the instantaneous expansion became extremely powerful, directly annexing the ancient era, and annexing multiple worlds. In an instant, a super universe has never been formed. Xintiandi was born, new cosmic laws were born, all creatures evolved with it, and they could have a longer life. I want to go back. Although Shen Xiong can overlook the entire universe at the moment, he feels that his body and soul are all swayed by this huge universe. Someone used me to sacrifice, and my soul has never been reincarnated forever. The era I created was taken. He immediately thought of stealing the sky. Someone was stealing all his achievements, and he sacrificed his soul *, using him to sacrifice, and then gradually took control of this world. Shen Zhang's soul has been punished for many years, and he himself does not know how long it has been in the past. Until one day, his strength weakened, and then the seal was loosened, and his soul finally broke through the seal. Soul broke through the seal, floated in the universe for some unknown years, and finally floated to Ao Shiyuan, and came to the Ao Shitiandi, which developed extremely prosperously. Ao Century Yuan, there are 10 worlds, the first is Ao world. Shen Zhang's soul floated to a forest full of giant trees, and the soul was very tired. Finally, he fell into the trunk of a giant tree to rest. After his soul entered the trunk, the growth speed of the big tree suddenly became fast, and the canopy absorbed the air very quickly. Originally, this forest was in a sparse area. Not only was there no one in this area, but even birds and beasts were extremely rare. But since Shen Zhang's soul entered the tree, the entire forest has become a ***** in this area in just a few years, and a large number of powerful birds and beasts have gathered here to breed. The tree became huge, thousands of feet tall. 16 years later, Shen Shang woke up and he was in the trunk of the giant tree. He didn't know what happened, but he felt that his soul was very tired, woke up after drifting into a big tree, and had a new body. Shen Shang came out of the big tree, covered with light, and he was on the tree, picking those huge, thin, and tough leaves, and making them into simple clothes. In this world, all rules and orders are new. My previous exercises are completely unsuitable. Shen Shang tried it, and found that the magical skill he mastered worked, and it had no effect at all. He believes that at the beginning of this new universe, all previous exercises cannot adapt to the energy of the new universe. Later, after tens of thousands of years, the original exercises could not completely adapt to the new universe. Perhaps only those magic weapons and various spells can continue. This universe is born for me. Even if my practice is not useful, but through my understanding and improvement and innovation, it can be applied, and it is the strongest practice in this universe. I will be strong again soon, I will make the thieves pay the price. His body was sacrificed to create heaven and earth, and his soul was ruined for tens of thousands of years. If his soul escaped powerfully, he would never turn over. He didn't know what kind of power was behind it, but he vowed that no matter how strong this power was, he would have to contend with it, destroy it, and die as the leader and participant. Shen Shang jumped from the giant tree to feel the new land. Just after landing, I saw a sloppy old man with yellow hair. Huang Jintian, old crazy man, Shen Shang shouted in surprise. Ah, do you recognize me? Who are you? Huang Jintian stared at the handsome young man with delicate skin and tender flesh in front of him. He felt very familiar, but he couldn't remember it. I am your apprentice Shen Shang. Shen Shang stunned, then smiled. Master, you are naughty again. Is it because you haven't seen you for years, you want to tease me? At this moment, someone in the distance shouted, Huang Jintian is over there. Quickly grab him, this time can't let him run. As long as you catch him, you can know the whereabouts of the 6 God mirrors. Little brother, I think you are quite familiar with it. I will have a chance to talk in the future. Now the guys in the proud temple are chasing and killing me. Huang Jintian finished, flickering in the forest quickly. Ao Shi Temple, 6 magic mirrors. Shen Shang also suddenly remembered his 6 magic mirrors, but the super artifact that followed him for many years, he must recapture it. Old maniac, you wait for me. Shen Shang chased immediately. It was also at this time that he realized that he was really weak and slow, and could not catch up with Huang Jintian at all. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3822, Forgotten Person. My body has just been remodeled not long ago, and it is still very tender. I can't run away from the old bones like Huang Jintian. Shen Shang not only wants to chase Huang Jintian, but also pay attention to the people behind the proud temple. No, keep going, I will be caught up by those guys behind. Shen Shang does not want to give up Huang Jintian. He really wanted to understand the situation of others through Huang Jintian. His soul has been punished for tens of thousands of years. And Huang Jintian forgot him, which made Shen Shang very uncomfortable. At the beginning, his power not only stolen the entire era he created, but also used powerful laws to erase his bits and pieces in this world, even from everyone's memory. Thinking of this, Shen Shang is even more angry. He must find out who is behind it, no matter who it is, no matter how many people, he must make them pay a painful price, so that they are better off. The people behind are very fast. Shen Shang was afraid of falling into their hands, so he could only drill into the giant tree next to him. This forest became stronger because of him. The trees here are much larger than before, and it can be said that they are all refined. So the big trees here are very close to Shen Shang and will shelter Shen Shang. Hiding inside the tree trunk, Shen Shang immediately passed all the big trees in the forest to track Huang Jintian. In addition, he could also pass on the trees to Huang Jintian secretly. Lao Huang, there is a hole in the big tree in front of you. After you drill in, the hole will suddenly close and they won't catch you. Shen Shang wants to help Huang Jintian hide. Huang Jintian was very surprised. Of course he knew the voice, which was the boy he just met. He was stunned inside because the young man had no strength but could perceive this mysterious forest. He was originally very vigilant, he would not listen to a stranger casually, but he always felt that the teenager was familiar and trustworthy. Now being chased very tightly, Huang Jintian can only drill into that tree hole. After he got into it, he thought it was dark in the tree hole, but it was very bright. There are dozens of people here to hug the big tree, so the tree hole is also very spacious. Huang Jintian drilled into the big tree and saw the tree hole closed, so he was relieved. Little brother, thank you for your help. Huang Jintian could hear a noisy voice from outside. The group of people who had chased him had just passed by, did not find him, and was walking away. Lao Huang, do you have an apprentice? Shen Shang asked. It seems there is, it seems not. I can't remember, I have lived for many years, experienced many things, met many people, can't remember. But I can be sure that you are definitely not my apprentice. Because none of my apprentices is as handsome as you. Huang Jintian is remembering very seriously. Shen Shang couldn't help crying and laughing. His new body is only 16 years old, but he is indeed a handsome young man. His appearance inherited what he was like, and improved on the basis of his appearance, making him more handsome. Lao Huang, stay there and don't move, I'll go find you. Shen Shang did not immediately ask about the 6 magic mirrors. He was worried about scaring Huang Jintian away. Now he can be sure that Huang Jintian has forgotten everything about him. Huang Jintian is not amnesia, but just forgets everything about Shen Shang. What kind of power can this achieve? I am also very tired, I rest and rest. Huang Jintian was really tired, he was chased for many days. Shen Shang passed right away. He was very puzzled at the moment. Although Huang Jintian was a hanger, he was very strong, and he also had a powerful divine ability. He was very strong in the early years of our century, and after so long now, he would be chased and killed in embarrassment. Entering the tree where Huang Jintian is located, Shen Shang looked at this sloppy old man, sighing in his heart, and recalling the scene where he met the master. It was many years ago. It's also very strange to say, I just have an intuition telling me that I must come here when I run away. Huang Jintian looked at Shen Shang and laughed, hey, do you have a wife? Do you want me to help? Are you a matchmaker? I'm so handsome, I don't need someone to match me. Shen Shang smiled. Do you have a master? Do you want to be my apprentice? Huang Jintian smiled again. Of course I have a master. Shen Shang smiled. Although he later worshipped others as teachers, Huang Jintian was still his master. But I don't think you look like a master. You are too weak, haven't you practiced yet? Huang Jintian looked at Shen Shang. I've been lost and separated from my master for many years. I'm looking for it, Shen Shang said again. In fact, he was indeed separated from Xiao Shanglan. Who is your master? I will help you find it. Huang Jintian asked. Xiao Shanglan, do you know? Shen Shang asked hurriedly. Huang Jintian suddenly stared at the eyes, and then smiled. Ghost, your master is Xiao Shanglan. How is this possible? Do you know Xiao Shanglan? Shen Shang asked. Of course I know, she is a female emperor in Bayawadiandi. Huang Jintian said with a lip. Hi Huashindi, that is all a woman, you are a man, how can you worship this heavenly lady as a teacher? You bragging you have to blow a point. Bayawadiandi. Shen Shang was very surprised. The original Baihua village has now developed into a world. Among the 10 worlds, Aoshi world is the strongest and largest, and the smallest is Baihua world, but the strength of Baihua world is at least the third. Huang Jintian said again. Have you ever heard of the drug creation divine land? Shen Shang asked again. Chuangyao Shenzhou, that was 100,000 years ago. Long gone, Huang Jintian sighed. 9 Xiaolong City, Shen Shang asked again. It has become Jushao heaven and earth. I came from Jushao heaven and earth. It is Jushao Emperor Long Jushao who is in charge. Huang Jintian said. Dragon and orc, and a large number of human races, are in Jushao heaven and earth. Shen Shang guessed that his father and the Shen family, if still alive, should also be in Jushaoshindi. And Yu Weizhou, Zuo Xingfeng and others may be in Jushaoshindi because they used to be Shen Zhang's friends. Even if they forget Shen Shang, they will form an alliance later. Ao Shi Tiandi should be a new powerful force. Xiao Xionglan is still alive, and still very strong. It must be she and Lu Qilian who built a powerful Bayawadiandi, most of them nothing. Shen Shang was a lot relieved of this. The problem now is that no one remembers him. This is also a kind of torture for him. Lao Huang, is there anyone in Bayawadiandi? Shen Shang asked. Hey, your boy is young, but he is not timid, and he misses Bayawadiandi's asterisk, haven't you ever died? Huang Jintian said with a smile. The Bayawadiandi's is not just a spicy figure, my heart is also very spicy. Don't think about it, I'm a serious man. Shen Shang said angrily, tell me. Of course, Bayawadiandi also has a business in the arrogant site. I have to say that these little girls have strong potions and refiners. They have many industries in prosperity world. Now the fragrant medicine business is Washangyu, refiners well, it seems that Lu Munger is in charge. Huang Jintian said. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3823, Ancestor. Hua Shangyu and Lu Munger are well known in Ao Shi Tiandi. Shen Shang missed them very much and wanted to find them immediately. However, thinking that they had forgotten themselves, Shen Shang felt a bit uncomfortable. I said you kid, you all know Xiao Shang showered, how could you not know Hua Shangyu and Lu Munger? Huang Jintian touched his beard and smiled. Bob, you should not be in the middle of the night, and remember these two big brothers. How about their strength? Shen Shang gave Huang Jintian a white look. The more you know about them, the better you imagine them. Hey, I know, Huang Jintian said with a smile. Old and unreasonable, Shen Shang stared at Huang Jintian with contempt, the old maniac was still the same. Of course they are strong. Do you want to approach them? Hey, as long as you become stronger, you have a chance to approach them. The smile on Huang Jintian's face was like deceiving a child, and said, boy, I think you have a wonderful root, and there is aura of light coming out of the Tianling cover, but it is a rare wizard for 1,000 years, and I can see you. If you worship me as a teacher, you will be the master of this arrogant world. Brother Huang, you were chased so awkwardly just now, and don't look at who saved you. Shen Shang smiled and said, do you want to be my master? It's too weak. Little brother, you don't know. It's the glory of the Aoshi temple that can chase me down, what a glory. If someone else knows that you are being chased by the Aoshi temple, you have to shout uncle. Huang Jintian said proudly. If I worship you as a teacher, what can you give me? Shen Shang asked. Huang Jintian was originally his master, and it was okay to worship him again as a teacher, but Shen Shang wanted to take advantage of this stingy master. I said that you are young, how come you are contaminated with this kind of vulgar thought? You can worship me as a teacher, but fortunately for the rest of your life, even if I don't charge you a tuition fee, you even reach out and ask me. Huang Jintian reprimanded. By the way, those guys who chased you down before and said they want you to ask for 6 magic mirrors. What is that? Shen Shang asked. 6 Daojing mirrors are the associated artifacts of Ao Shi Tiandi. This is the Ao Shi ancestor. Legend has it that it is one of the artifacts used by Ao Zhu ancestor. Huang Jintian suddenly looked in awe. What the asterisk is the ancestral god? Shen Shang frowned, wasn't the 6 god mirrors his? Why is it the ancestral god? Little brother, you have to respect Ao Shi Zhu god. He created Ao Shi Yuan, his body, his soul, all of his, used to create Ao Shi Yuan, otherwise, we would have finished, Huang Jintian said again. Shen Shang is even more puzzled. Is this the proud ancestor? Or, because he created Ao Jiwan, so everything about himself must disappear. So everyone in this powerful universe will forget him. Otherwise, why would they know Ao Shi Zhu God, and did not know Shen Shang? Old Huang, my name is Shen Shang. Do you have an impression of this name? Shen Shang looked at Huang Jintian very seriously. Shen Shang. Huang Jintian suddenly fell into contemplation and seemed to be remembering very seriously. Yes, do you remember something? Shen Shang was suddenly excited, and Huang Jintian seemed a little impressed. Ah, I remembered it. Wang Laowu, whom I met 700 years ago, had a donkey raised by his grandson, as if it were called Shen Shang. Didn't you change that donkey? You are a donkey essence. Huang Jintian stared at Shen Shang with wide eyes. I'm going to your uncle, you are the donkey essence. Have you been kicked by your donkey? Is there a handsome donkey looking so handsome? Shen Shang was very annoyed. Huang Jintian didn't really remember him. Are you going to worship me as a teacher? Huang Jintian asked, digging his ears. I can worship you as a teacher, but you have to give me 6 god mirrors. Shen Shang must recapture the 6 god mirrors, maybe he can find some clues from the 6 god mirrors. At first, he was different from Xiao Shanglan on the 6 magic mirrors. Later, the 6 magic mirrors should be in Xiao Shanglan's hands. How can he become an ancestral ancestor now? I think your brain was kicked by a donkey. I just know where the 6 magic mirrors are, and I want to get 6 magic artifacts. I don't have enough death for 10,000. That thing is an ancestor, but it is also a big murderer, the most evil magic weapon. Whoever touches and dies. Huang Jintian shrugged. The Aoshi temple is going to get this thing out, and it will definitely die. Shen Shang is not afraid, because the 6 god mirrors are originally his, only you know where the 6 god mirrors are you? Huang Jintian laughed. Of course. Do you know who Huang Jintian is? I am. Hurry and take me. Shen Shang interrupted him. I am. Before Huang Jintian finished, Shen Shang ran out of the big tree. Ghost, where are you going? Huang Jintian hurried out, and he suddenly felt that it was quite safe in this forest. The premise is that there is Shen Shang guarding him. I'm going to find 6 magic mirrors. Shen Shang said with a smile. Old Huang, Ming people don't tell secret words, you may not believe it, I am the proud god. Huang Jintian was stunned, and then said with a smile. Good boy, you dare to blow this kind of cow, worthy of my apprentice. That line, I will take you to see the 6 god mirrors, the top 10 worlds, only the 6 god mirrors have been seen for the teacher, and now let you know how amazing the teacher is. Shen Shang is speechless, he has not yet apprentice. Master, you said before that the 6 god mirrors are one of the Aoshi ancestors. Are there other Aoshi ancestors? Shen Shang asked. Huang Jin took out a set of black clothes and handed it to Shen Shang, and then said, of course I know that they are the Blue Dragon Slaughter Magic Sword, Suzaku Tenderness, Xuanwu King Kong Armor, and God Killing Hand. But all of them are seriously damaged and lost. Among the top 10 worlds. Shen Shang was secretly surprised, but this was his 4 elephants. Originally, there were 2 different sets of 4 elephants. There were the Green Dragon Slashing Sword, Suzaku Bow, Xuanwu God Hammer and Killing Heart, and these 4 elephants were gradually falling behind and damaged during the battle, and no refining. How are these 4 elephant soldiers called Aoshi ancestors? Could it be that Lu Munger refined them? Master, is there an enemy in the world of flowers? Shen Shang asked. Of course there is, in the Ao century, who has no enemies? Why, are you going to fantasize heroes to save the beauty? Huang Jintian patted Shen Zhang's head and smiled. Young people, less fantasies and more practice, can we marry as soon as possible? 100 flowers. Along the way, Shen Shang said a lot to Huang Jintian. He even told Huang Jintian some of his mastery skills. Huang Jintian felt very funny after hearing it, and said that the mantra was a failed mentality and could not condense the spirit in the Aoshi universe. Shen Shang also feels right. This is, after all, an Aoshi universe. A new universe is transformed in every aspect, and the laws of the old universe are not applicable at all. Then he can only create new exercises that apply to this universe, which is not difficult for him, just takes a little time to realize. Master, why don't you fly me, can't you fly? Shen Shang asked. Flying was a very easy task, and Huang Jintian had escaped in the forest before, and he did not fly, nor did the person chasing him. Ao Shishindi is prohibited from flying. A short low-altitude flight is possible, but it is very slow. Huang Jintian sighed, thinking back then, I can fly with a fart, and a fart can easily collapse. Thousands of miles, you can lift your hand to the mountains and the sea, which is like now. Ah, you can't do it now. Shen Shang said in surprise. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3824, Love. The world of Aoshi has become stronger. No, the whole universe of Aoshi is very strong, and the mountain is very hard now. The universe of Aoshi is so powerful that I feel very small. In the past, our strength, that it can really destroy the world. Huang Jintian sighed, and he could see that he was longing for the past. So, is it still good before? Shen Shang doesn't know the situation of this proud universe, but he still knows Huang Jintian's strength quite well. Huang Jintian can't even break a mountain and put it in that year, but this is not even as good as a pheasant. It's not as good as before. At that time, all kinds of creatures were too strong, and there was no restriction. The world was almost destroyed. Later, the Aozu ancestor sacrificed himself and created the Aoshi universe. Now everyone is in awe of the universe and nature, which is equivalent to awe of the ancestral god. Huang Jintian really looked at the sky with awe. Shen Shang frowned slightly, and the ancient ages were indeed very chaotic, and each of them was powerful enough to destroy the world. However, he did not actively sacrifice himself. He was suddenly taken away by a force, and his soul was sealed for 100,000 years as if he were. Of course, the time of 100,000 years is not too long for Shen Shang, not even for Ao Xiuan. But in these 100,000 years, the new era has undergone earth-shaking changes. What exercises, medicines, cultivation realms and the like are no longer the same as before, even Shen Shang does not understand. Ao Century Yuan can be said to be a new era. Various creatures can no longer easily explode mountains like before, nor can they easily destroy a land like before. Life, returning from the beginning to the beginning, is very weak in front of nature. Huang Jintian was still very vigilant and worried that someone would follow him, so he stopped and kept checking the back. Master, how long do we have to go? Shen Shang planned to get the 6 magic mirrors and went to Lu Meng'er to see if she knew the whereabouts of Suzaku's tenderness. At that time, Suzaku's tenderness had a deep connection with Lu Meng'er. What anxious, far away, there are several days. 6 magic mirrors are in this forest. Huang Jintian said. This forest is really huge. At their current speed, it will take at least half a month to get out. In the forest, Shen Shang is not afraid of anything. He knows very well that because his soul has floated in the forest for 16 years, this forest has become so amazing. Shen Shang, how did you let the big tree open the door? Huang Jintian asked curiously. He also wanted to master this method. Because I am the ancestral god, the entire universe was created by me. What's the point of opening the tree? Shen Shang said naturally, and he knew that Huang Jintian wouldn't believe it. That line, Ao Zhu God, aren't you awesome? It's daylight, you have the ability to turn the sky into the night now, you can do it, I call you dad. Huang Jintian he laughed road. It was noon and the sun was very hot. Even in the forest, there was a dull heat. How can Shen Shang do it? He can let the big tree listen to him because the forest recognizes him. Not to mention now, even before, he could not turn the day and night upside down. Shen Shang just snorted and continued to follow Huang Jintian. Suddenly, the sky seemed darker. Shen Shang immediately noticed that there was no such thing as a coincidence. Today is Tengu Food Day, and a total solar eclipse is coming soon. Heaven and earth, my proud ancestor, call the night to come. Shen Shang shouted suddenly, but it scared Huang Jintian. You know, he was chased and killed by someone now, and suddenly yelling, it is likely to lead the enemy over. Ghost, are you crazy? I'm a good old man, but I'm not really crazy. I think you are really crazy. Huang Jintian quickly covered Shen Zhang's mouth. At this time, he also noticed that the sky was suddenly darker. Damn it, Huang Jintian naturally knew it was Tengu Food Day. I am the proud ancestor of the world, I am calling the night to come. Master, please call me father. Shen Shang laughed. Your uncle, do you think I am a little student and think I don't know this is Tengu Food Day? Huang Jintian frowned, but it's not right. If it is Tengu Food Day, I can figure it out. Then he quickly pinched his fingers and counted. Master's Tianyan technique is still useful. Shen Shang secretly surprised. No, there won't be a Tengu Food Day today. Over the years, I have never missed this. Huang Jintian's expression became more serious. I am the proud ancestor of the world. Tengu is my calling. My grandpa, quiet me. Huang Jintian patted Shen Zhang's head. Shen Shang was screamed and shouted. No, the 6 god mirrors are about to come out. This is the 6 god mirrors coming out, what the asterisk is going on? It shouldn't be, how can the 6 god mirrors come out on their own? Huang Jintian suddenly sweated, very panic said. The big things are not good, the big things are not good, this time the trouble is big, this forest will definitely bleed into rivers, and it is still the blood of the aristocrats. The reason why the 6 god mirrors were born is that I. Before Shen Shang finished speaking, Huang Jintian was so stunned that he suffocated his words back. He really didn't tell lies, the 6 god mirrors were suddenly born, and he really felt his master. Shen Shang, you are hiding here. The master will leave for a few days, and the 6 god mirrors will take several days to break the seal. In these few days, a lot of powerful people will come. Huang Jintian said. Aren't they unable to fly? How come they come so fast? Shen Shang asked curiously. They can't fly, but there are flying beasts. As long as you ride the flying beasts, you can fly at the fastest speed. Huang Jintian sternly told Shen Shang, you are hiding in the big tree, don't talk about calling yourself the ancestor of Aoshi everywhere. If the guy in the Aoshi temple hears it, you will definitely cut your tongue and then feed you shit. Shen Shang closed his mouth. With his current strength, he might not even be able to handle a stronger pig, let alone a powerful monk in the Aoshi temple. Huang Jintian released a pig from one of his storage beast bags. What's wonderful is that this pig actually has a pair of big wings. Master, this is your flying mount. Shen Shang was really surprised when he looked at the pig. Don't laugh, those who have flying mounts this year are all people with heads and faces. I tell you, my family loves value, I lick love for hundreds of years, it is willing to confuse me. Huang Jintian reprimanded a few words of Shen Shang, then patted the pig's buttocks and flew away. Not to mention, this black pig's flying posture is still a little cute and fast. Shen Shang pouted, and then drilled into a tree. He wanted to contact the tree in the whole forest to find the whereabouts of the 6 god mirrors. As long as the 6 magic mirrors are in the forest, everything is easy to handle. Lu Dao Jing mirror is my love, no one wants to grab my love. Shui Yi is also my love. I don't know when I will meet the little fart dragon. Shen Shang, close your eyes and start to contact the big tree in the forest. As Huang Jintian said, in the proud world, the big brothers of all forces are aware of the changes in this forest. Although they didn't know that the 6 god mirrors were born, they all thought that there would be something to come out, so they had to come and take a look. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3825, Spirit of the God Forest. The sun was gradually shaded, and the earth at noon was shrouded in darkness. Beast roars in the forest. Originally, the beasts in this forest were very weak, but with Shen Zhang's soul coming to the forest for more than 10 years, the emergence of Shenline also led to the rapid growth of the beasts in the Shenline, all of which became fierce beasts. So in the past 2 or 3 years, many people have entered Shenline to hunt down the beasts in the forest in exchange for treasure. The movement outside is getting bigger and bigger, and more people are entering the Shenline. In just 3 days, countless teams poured into Shenline. Among them, there are many people of all kinds of powerful forces. If you ride a flying beast, you can see it in the high altitude. There is an area overflowing with a strange red light in the southeast of the forest. Shen Shang was in the forest and could not fly, so he did not know there was red light there, otherwise he must know that the 6 god mirrors were in that position. The big men flying from the sky approached the forest and saw the red light, and immediately flew over to check. Huang Jintian has not returned to find Shen Shang. Perhaps he has already returned, but instead of looking for Shen Shang, he went to the place where the red light overflowed with others. Master shouldn't come back to take me with me. My strength is so weak, how could he take me to take risks? Shen Shang can only go to find the 6 god mirrors by himself. Soon, he found the location of the 6 god mirrors through the big tree in the Shenline. 6 Daojing mirrors, I will come immediately, wait for me. Shen Shang drilled out of the big tree, and then quickly ran to the location of the 6 Daojing mirrors. In the process of running, suddenly a big old ox rushed past, very fast. Lao Huang, wait for me. Shen Shang shouted suddenly, he could feel that there was an affinity in this old ox. The reason why Shenline can become Shenline is because Shen Zhang's soul came, and then he made this place a land, and he nurtured a lot of strong beasts. The old ox is very spiritual, and immediately stopped to lie on the ground and let Shen Shang climb up. Shen Shang rode to the back of Lao Huang Niu, then grabbed the horns, and asked, Lao Huang, where are you going? Just now, Shen Shang saw a large number of beasts, rushing to the location of the 6 god mirrors. What made him depressed was that there were no flying birds and beasts, otherwise he would be faster. The main reason is that he did not know that flying birds and beasts who can sit on humans are very rare, and most of them have been conquered, even in this piece of Shenline. We are going to guard the spirit of Lin Lin. Lao Huang Niaku said spit. Spirit of the divine forest. Shen Shang wondered, is the 6 divine mirrors what kind of spirit of the divine forest? Little brother, you are also raised by this piece of Shenline, don't you know the spirit of Shenline? Asked the old scalper. No matter what beast in the ***** forest, they eat leaves. Originally, many carnivorous beasts used to eat leaves, mainly the leaves of the trees of the ***** forest, which contained a rich sense of spirit. I was just born, and I don't know much. Shen Shang was a little confused before, why his soul would cause so much energy to gather here when he slept. And there is why his soul floats to this forest after he gets out of trouble. Now that he learned that the 6 god mirrors were here, he gradually understood something. Within the 6 divine mirrors, there is already a powerful formation, and it is not a matter of being able to gather divine energy. With the arrival of Shen Zhang's soul, 6 magic mirrors have been activated for many years. Shen Zhang's soul indeed attracted a large number of heaven and earth spirits to gather, but the 6 magic mirrors also played a great role. I hope that after taking away the 6 magic mirrors, this divine forest will not be affected. Shen Shang has certain emotions about the forest that gave birth to his physical body. The old oxen ran for 2 days, and finally got close to that place. Shen Shang immediately jumped from the back of the old oxen, and then passed carefully. Along the way, from time to time, he burrowed into the trunk, so as to hide himself from being found. Although his flesh was still weak at birth, he didn't have much cultivation, but his soul was strong, and his consciousness was naturally not weak, but because his body was too weak, it also caused his consciousness to not play the strongest. Now, Shen Shang has released a little consciousness, although only a little, but for many people it is very strong. His divine use is extremely clever and can be hidden, otherwise it will be very scary. No, the body is too weak, and continuous release of this level of consciousness will not be enough. He just let it out for a while, to perceive the people nearby, and see if he can resonate with the 6 god mirrors. 6 divine mirrors are hidden under the deep ground, which is the direction that Shen Shang felt after releasing his divine consciousness just now. It is not difficult for Shen Shang to enter the depths, he only needs to let the big tree drill down with the roots. He is now in the trunk of a big tree, down the tunnel through the roots, and into the deep ground. Huang Jintian rode his black flying pig, *** love, and several old men riding a flying mount, overlooking the red enveloped area from the sky. Lao Huang, you have been in the Aoshi temple for so many years, we have treated you well, but about the whereabouts of the 6 god mirrors, we have kept our mouths shut for us. We have spent a lot of resources, and we have struggled to find many years. Now, the 6 god mirrors have to come out on their own, and have attracted so many people. If it falls into the hands of others, this is your fault. An old man was very upset and sighed. The Lord of the Hall, the 6 god mirrors really don't belong to us. As long as they are born, they will definitely bleed into blood. I am also for the sake of the whole world. Huang Jintian said in distress. In order to keep this secret, I have offended for many years. Many people and friends at that time broke off with me, and some even turned against me. However, they all think that you want to swallow the 6 magic mirrors alone. The Lord of the Aoshi temple sighed. But our Aoshi temple knows clearly that you are really protecting this secret for the good world. Now it's okay, the 6 god mirrors are going to run out of their own. Huang Jintian said bitterly, I have fed the dog for all the sins and grievances I have suffered over the years. To date, it is useless to say that the rest. What we have to do is to win the 6 god mirrors and seal them in the Aoshi temple. Not only do we have to return the 6 Dao mirrors to the temple, but other Aoshi ancestors must also to be returned. It's up to you, it's not good to kill me, I can't help you by then. Huang Jintian scratched his head indiscriminately, feeling more and more uncomfortable. In order to keep the secrets of the 6 god mirrors, he can be described as a betrayal, but now the 6 god mirrors jumped out like a ghost, and he has really lived in vain over the years. Yo, isn't this the man in the Aoshi temple? And Huang Jintian, it seems that the 6 divine mirrors are about to see the sun again. said an old man who laughed. Chuang Dao Shenzong, you group of miscellaneous hares, get away. Huang Jintian burst into hair and shouted. The god of creation Dao has told us that once the 6 god mirrors come out, they must be obtained at the first time. This is the will of god of creation Dao. The old man sneered. The god of creation is immortal, and the ghost knows whether it is his will. Hurry up, don't even think about touching the 6 god mirrors. Huang Jintian said angrily. Do you like this sight? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3826, Holy Mirror Return. Although Shen Shang entered the deep ground, he could collect the sound of the ground through the trees. He had heard Huang Jintian talking before them. He really thought that Huang Jintian and Aoshi Temple had deep hatred, but he didn't expect it for this reason. The existence of Dao Dao Shenzong also surprised him, because it was obviously made by the Dao Dao god. Shen Shang really wanted to go to the god of creation to ask his own situation, why did that happen in the first place? I don't know if these guys from Chuangjing clan are still here. Shen Shang didn't worry about these forces, because the strong clan of Chuangjing clan had basically been defeated. The old man who created the Taoist sect again said, I didn't say that I would get the 6 god mirrors. I just came to see who the 6 god mirrors would end up in. Finally, I remind you, that woman is here. Which? The face of the master of Aoshi Dian changed, and he said in a deep voice, there are several scary women in Bayawadiandi, you can make it clear which one is coming. Bai Yu, I got the news. She appeared in a large city under the authority of Shenzong, not knowing what to do. The old man whispered. Bai Yu, then Su Meiyao will probably come too. Huang Jintian said. Anyway, I have no hatred against them, so I'm not afraid. After hearing this, Shen Shang felt a little excited. Sister Mei Yao and Yu are both in awe-inspiring world, that's great. Shen Shang was a little happy, but thought that they didn't have herself in their memory, she was a bit melancholy. The 6 god mirrors are hidden deep underground. If it is someone else, it is not so easy to dig the ground. Because underground, there are a lot of roots. The trees on the ground are hundreds of feet tall, so huge, and their roots are deep. A large number of tree roots under the land of this divine forest will form a magic circle, which can enable this divine forest to gather the air between heaven and earth more quickly. In this way, the big tree can be tougher, and it is not easy to destroy it, and the 6 magic mirrors can be better hidden underground. Only by the approval of the big tree, they will not be entangled by those roots when they enter the depths, otherwise they will be strangled alive if they break down. It seems that even if I take away the 6 magic mirrors, this piece of Shenline can still continue to grow and will not be weakened by this. Shen Shang regards this piece of Shenline as his birthplace. He naturally does not want Shenline to decline in the future. Huang Jintian was very worried about the 6 mirrors flowing out to harm the world. At the moment, facing the situation in front of him, he was also desperate. Shen Shang in the underground has been able to sense waves of vibration coming from the surface, and various battles have begun. I don't know who sent it. It is said that the 6 god mirrors are here, causing a large group of people to rush to the top of the 6 god mirrors immediately. Really fight. Shen Shang didn't worry much, because he wouldn't reach him for the time being, even if those above wanted to rush down, he had to pass the root of the tree first. The big tree of Shenline is very strong, even if there is a violent flame, it is difficult to ignite the forest. There are really some people who want to burn this piece of Shenline, but did not succeed. Soon, Shen Shang finally saw 6 magic mirrors. Is this my 6 magic mirrors? Shen Shang came to the deep underground and looked at a blood-red hexagonal mirror. The mirrors are all red, emitting evil red light. The mirror was as big as a plate. Shen Shang picked it up and took a picture, only to see his wicked look in the mirror. Shen Shang can be sure that this is true of his 6 magic mirrors, but it has turned into an extremely evil weapon. He now understands why Huang Jintian is so scared of the 6 god mirrors. It seems that it is not just the 6 god mirrors, but the other 4 elephant divine soldiers, it should be the same. Shen Shang could not be affected by the killing of evil beasts, it would become like this. I'm back. We are still good brothers. Shen Shang closed his eyes and pressed his palm against the mirror. The 6 god mirrors shook slightly, and the red light that had originally radiated out gradually turned into white light. The terrible evil force had been purified before. It was also at this time that the entire piece of Shenline was restored to its former tranquility. The damage is not light, but it can be recovered in the future. Shen Shang tried. The 6 magic mirrors can be hidden in his body, which is convenient for him to carry without being discovered. He took the 6 god mirrors and studied while leaving the place. To his surprise, the 6 god mirrors actually knew where the 4 elephant divine soldiers were. The tree roots still took him away, and the movement of the battle above gradually weakened a lot. The red evil force exuded before the 6 Taoist mirrors will arouse the anger in people's hearts, and it will make people crazy, but now everyone is gradually sensible. Huang Jintian was surprised when he saw this scene, because the 6 magic mirrors were obviously not here. What's going on? Did the 6 magic mirrors get out of the ground? Huang Jintian had just finished speaking, and suddenly there was a golden mist coming from the distant sky. Not just one direction, but multiple directions. Those kings are coming, let's withdraw quickly. There must be something happening in the 6 god mirrors, in short, they won't fall into the hands of others. Ao Shidian said. I hope that the kings of the people will not destroy this forest. The elders of the creator Taoist regretted. This forest suddenly grew up, there must be some secrets. Huang Jintian thoughtfully looked at the Shenline below, and he remembered Shen Shang, the young apprentice who had just received. He had wanted to go down to find Shen Shang, but he thought that Shen Shang had gone far. After all, the war was so violent and he would definitely hide. I'm destined, goodbye, kid. Huang Jintian rode his black flying pig Love, and flew away with several old men. Of course, Shen Shang knew that Huang Jintian had left, and he didn't say anything, but the kings of those people made him very interested and could scare away the master of Aoshi Hall. After getting the 6 magic mirrors, Shen Shang came to the ground and ran towards the edge of Shenline. The sky has regained its brightness and the total solar eclipse has passed. Also at this time, every big tree in the divine forest radiated golden light, and then a golden translucent dome enveloped the entire divine forest, and the stars were an enchantment. The kings who had just arrived all attacked the enchantment, but they did not explode. In the end, they could only leave. The people who were originally in Shenline were also beaten by the roots of trees and vines, and they were all scared to flee from Shenline. It didn't take long for Shenline to restore the peace of the past. And since then, no one can enter the Shenline to hunt beasts. Shen Shang is still in the Shenline, he does not know what happened, just know that from now on, this is his territory. However, he cannot stay here for a long time. He has to go out to find other people. He has to re-enlighten the laws of this proud universe and create powerful exercises by himself. The most important thing is that he has to find other Aoshi ancestors through the 6 magic mirrors. 6 god mirrors can now guide the location of the Blue Dragon Slayer. With the 6 magic mirrors, he can ride the 6 magic mirrors and fly fast. There is no one else in the Shenline, and he can now take out the 6 magic mirrors with fairness. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3827, Human Environment. After the 6 magic mirrors become larger, it is like a relatively larger array. Shen Shang sits on it and can control the 6 magic mirrors to fly. When needed, the 6 god mirrors can also release a shield, which has a very strong defense. Put the 6 god mirrors out and still be able to attack while spinning. There is not a small storage space inside the 6-way mirror, which is very easy to use. Finally back, I will definitely repair you and make you stronger. Shen Shang possesses 6 magic mirrors and has certain self-preservation ability. It will be much safer to leave this divine forest. Next, he went to the biggest tree in the **** forest. This is the mother tree and the tree that gave birth to Shen Zhang's body. Tree mother, I'm leaving. I will come back to see you often, and wish me luck. Shen Shang patted the huge tree trunk, and then released 6 magic mirrors to sit up. The 6 god mirrors fly very fast and flexibly shuttle through the forest, which is better than most flying birds and beasts. Under high-speed flight, Shen Shang quickly flew out of Shenline. Only he can enter and exit the Shenline enchantment. The kings of those people have left. They have tried to attack the enchantment before, but none of them have broken, and they can only ride on flying beasts. Shen Shang knew before that there were some very small towns outside Shenline. These towns were built because of the emergence of the Shenline. Because the direction of the Shenline could not be determined, there was no great force to build the city. Now that Shenline seems to be sealed, those small towns will be left alone. When Shen Shang came to one of the towns, he saw many people were riding away on their own mounts. Most of their mounts were beasts running on the ground. It is really rare to use flying birds and beasts as mounts. In order to avoid eye-catching, Shen Shang put away 6 magic mirrors outside the town and walked to this town. He strolled around the town for a few days and tanned himself a lot, so that he didn't look like Yumian. Now his appearance is a very handsome country boy. Even if he is tanned, he is still a very handsome young man. Many people saw his face and thought of turning him back to be the son-in-law of the door, or selling them to some Fengyu places. Alas, it's not a good thing to look too handsome. Shen Shang strolled around the town just to find a reliable person to take him away. His consciousness is very strong, so when communicating with others, he can judge whether the other party is lying or not through the consciousness, and can even see the good and evil of others. He doesn't know how to have this ability. If the opposite is a bad guy, he can tell it at a glance. He didn't have this ability. Is it because my soul is too strong? I can easily see the emotions of others. Shen Shang found that not only could he tell lies, but he could even see the emotions of others. In the few days in the town, he had communicated with many people, and there were many good-hearted people, but he did not meet a suitable person to take him. Most people are the kind of loose repair, there is no organization behind them, they are wandering everywhere. Fortunately, he had good luck and met a big, honest man. This big man comes from the Taoist school, and he is also a relatively high-ranking disciple. His name is Gao Yi. He is honest, and his cultivation direction is also to cultivate his body, so he is naturally very powerful. Elder Gao Yi hurried over to go to that piece of Shenline to practice. This is the mission that the school confessed to him, that is, to take some leaves and branches from Shenline to go back. However, he came late. So in the past few days, Gao Yi has been wandering around the town outside Shenline, looking for someone to ask Shenline for the leaves and branches of those ***** trees. Many people have entered the Shenline, but few people pick leaves, and the branches are tough, and the branches will be attacked by the big tree, so almost no one has branches in their hands. However, Shen Shang has many, and he gave some Gao Yi. Gao Yi didn't have anything to ask Shen Shang. He gave Shen Shang a crystal card with 3,000 crystal coins in it, which can be exchanged for crystal stones at the Crystal Stone Bank. Shen Shang accepted the crystal card because he would need coins in the future. Gao Yi was very enthusiastic to take Shen Shang out of the town and take him to a city near his martial arts, which would take more than 10 days. On the road, Shen Shang learned from Gao Yi about cultivation. This era of cultivation is completely different from what Shen Shang experienced before. The monastery began as a human environment. Human environment is also divided into multiple stages. The first stage of the human environment is the Tao human environment. Gao Yi is now the triple of Taoist realm. He was 18 years old and cultivated in Taoist realm, which is very good. Many people are only 20 years old to reach this level, so he can enter the inner door of the monastic school. Senior Shen, you started to want to practice monasticism only when you were 16 years old, which may be a little late. Gao Yi regretted. You are so good, there must be a good genre. If there is no Taoism, can you not practice Taoism? Shen Shang could not determine whether he had any Taoism, he didn't understand it at all. The Tao species are usually awakened at the age of 5. You are now 16 years old, and even if the Tao species are awakened, they can't keep up with others. At the age of 5, when you awaken the Tao, you can realize the Tao and enhance your Tao. Many people have been enlightened since they were 5 years old. Gao Yi said. I didn't have the conditions before, and now I know the matter of cultivating. Shen Shang smiled bitterly. Gao Yi vigorously sent Shen Zhang's shoulders and smiled. Actually nothing, as long as you work hard, the road ahead is still very wide. Gao Yi's family is still relatively rich, otherwise he will not be able to enter the inner door to practice at a young age. After more than 10 days, Shen Shang gradually knew a lot about Aoshi world, and knew what kind of existence those people are. The Taoist Shenzong and Aoshi Temple are both powerful forces in the world of Aoshi, but the declining power of the veteran. The strongest of these great forces is also of the king level. The human kings who used to be outside the Shenline, famous and young, all came from strong forces. Of course, among the top 10 worlds, the most powerful ones are those of the emperor level, which can all be awe-inspiring. For example, Xiao Shonglin in a world of flowers, she is a female emperor. Long Jushao in Jushao Heaven and Earth, his name is Jushao Dragon Emperor. Legend, the strongest is God. But they are all sealed, or they are dead. In our century Yuan, there is no God allowed. Gao Yi said, and at this time they had just turned over a mountain, and at the top of the mountain, they could see a large town ahead. Brother Gao, can you take me into your martial arts? Shen Shang asked. No, it's very strict to enter the martial arts. I can't bring people outside. I'm so sorry, Gao Yi embarrassed. It's okay, Shen Shang smiled. Thank you for taking me here. He glanced at the 6 god mirrors secretly before, in this direction, but not in this city. He just wanted to enter that school, look through the books inside, and see if there were clues about the Blue Dragon Slayer's sword. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3828, Gao. The school where Gao Yi is located, called Fuhuomen, is a school that mainly cultivates flames. Only discerning the disciples of the awakening attribute, Shen Shang thought that the scale of Fuhuomen was very small, but unexpectedly it was the second echelon of the aristocratic world. Their main gate is not nearby, but there is a branch gate near this polder city. The operation of Fuhuomen is special. Their divisions are all responsible for groups such as families or chambers of commerce. For example, a family thinks that they can open a branch, and then apply to join the main gate of Fuhuomen, give a fee, and every once in a while, pay a sum of resources to the main gate, and some excellent talent is enough. The Fuhuomen branch near Weiyang City is managed by a chamber of commerce. They recruit a large number of disciples, charge an entrance fee, and collect a repair fee every year. They also use a large number of disciples to help them work for free. It can be said that this is a very good business. After all, those families or people with a little fortune hope that they can have a relatively loud name, and they are disciples of the XY school. Therefore, there are many disciples at Fuhuomen, but most of them are external disciples. To be a disciple of internal disciples, it is necessary for the master to recognize them. For example, Gao Yi, he passed the assessment of the main gate, is really a disciple of the inner door of the fire door, but not those of the pheasant. Because he was recruited by the Weiyang City branch, he would come back from time to help this branch. Gao Yi's Dao species are fire Dao species, good seedlings born to make fire. Shen Shang wants to follow him to the main gate. He is not interested in the division gate, but there must be some books in the division gate. Gao Yi can take Shen Shang into the goal, but not into the main goal. Fuhuomen's branch in Weiyang City is very small, it is a mountain village, and then build a high-rise building. A large number of outside disciples work for people free of charge every day, discredit and practice early, and pay tuition every year, just to be able to become an internal disciple. You should know that most of the people who can enter the branch are some rich second generation. However, this kind of thing is very talented, and the foundation is not good. It is difficult to cultivate no matter how many minds there are in the family. Gao Yi took Shen Shang to the branch gate, where it was so shabby that Shen Shang was speechless. However, he can think about it and understand that the head office has a lot of franchise fees every year. The seniors of this branch are also a group of black-hearted crows, which will certainly not improve the environment. However, there are still some cultivation books in the division, because Gao Yi brought Shen Shang, so Shen Shang can read it casually. I have to say that Gao Yi, an inner disciple, has a very high status. Even the master of the division is very respectful to him. After all, they have to hold Gao Yi to promote, attract more rich second generation to send money, and help them work for free. Shen Zhang's reading was basically unforgettable. He quickly swept through the books in the whole library. There were many basic cultivation methods, which gave him a preliminary understanding of the cultivation principles of this proud century. Brother Shen, do you have to learn by yourself? Gao Yi saw that Shen Shang had been reading books very seriously and couldn't help but think of it. My family is poor, this is the only way. Shen Shang smiled bitterly. Awakening the Dao species requires hundreds of thousands of crystals, which are simply not affordable by ordinary people. Joining a martial art practice also requires hundreds of thousands of entry fees, which must be paid every year. All the major schools will not awaken the Dao types at all. They are all awakened by their own families. If there is a good Dao type, they will be sent to the good sect. There is still a high cost for entry. This is different from what Shen Shang had experienced before. In the past, if it was a good seedling, it was all stolen from every school. Sometimes, in order to rob people, it was still possible to get a dog brain. The number of Shenline leaves that Gao Yi had asked for was divided into categories. The main gate asked for this division. There was no good disciple to go to the division. When Gao Yi came, Gao Yi went. The goal was given to Gao Yi a lot of spar, otherwise the goal will be punished by the general goal. Shen Shang was a fan of the strangeness of this fire gate. He made a lot of points, not only to earn money, but also to lie down to absorb disciples with good qualifications. To do it. If the sub-gate discredits the main gate, they say that the sub-gate is counterfeit, and then go to destroy the sub-gate. At night, this branch of Fuhuomen is still very lively. Many young and rich second-generation disciples have got up to do various hard work. For example, iron smelting, or irrigating the medicine fields, or being pulled to mining, can be described as miserable. However, they said that this is part of the practice. Shen Shang is in a very comfortable room. He is Gao Yi's friend, so he gets the same treatment. He sat on the bed, closed his eyes and realized how to practice. I read a lot of books during the day, and then I already had a general direction in his mind. Now that he meditated quietly, he soon had a clue. The first importance of Taoism is the enlightenment of Taoism. Generally speaking, this requires external help, martial arts formation, or expert help to be able to awaken the Tao. Shen Shang doesn't need to use it. He just closes his eyes to perceive the heavens and the earth, introduces them into the body, and awakens his Tao species. In the middle of the night, the world suddenly oscillated inexplicably. The whole world of Aoshi is shaking, and I don't know what the reason is. It also alarmed everyone or the king. This is all caused by Shen Zhang's awakening Tao. There are many kinds of Tao species. The most basic ones are the 5 elements Tao species such as the fire Tao species, the golden Tao species, and then the thunder and beast species. What Shen Shang awakened was the Tian Tao species that had never appeared. Tian Tao species. Well, of course, although I do not know what is the use. Shen Shang was not surprised. He should have awakened the most powerful Tao species. The awakening of the Tao species is the first weight of Tao's human condition. The wealthy family is basically able to awaken Tao at the age of 5. And the next step is the second level of Taoism and humanity. After the Tao awakening, it is not complete, but scattered throughout the body. The next thing to do is to gather the debris of Tao species in the heart through their own exploration, thus completing the Tao entry. Shen Shang only took a moment to complete this step, gathered Tao species in the heart, and successfully entered the Tao. After entering the Tao, he could clearly feel that he had a stronger perception of the spirit. The Tao species enter the heart, and the spirit is introduced into the heart through the Tao species to further cultivate the Tao species in the heart. Once the Tao species are fused with the heart, they can cultivate the Tao heart, and then they can be promoted to the third level of Tao human realm. Well, Taoist realm is triple. Shen Shang opened his eyes and looked outside. It was almost dawn. It's still too slow. Slow. It only broke through the triple in one night. If the rich second generation working here for free know it, it will definitely explode. However, Shen Shang is still not satisfied. He will continue to practice, because he thinks he is still too weak. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3829, Sky Demon Abyss. Shen Shang does not know his own strength. He thinks that if he does not do anything, he must be a weak chicken. Actually, otherwise, his body was tempered in the process of shaping. After all, it was a super ***** tree that bred his body. Don't look at his fine skin and tender meat. His body is very strong, but he has not been beaten, otherwise he can feel the strength of his body. Introduce Shenqi into the body, and then control the operation of Shenqi in the body. It must be controlled very well. It can let Shenqi enter the bones and refine the marrow. It can let Shenqi flow in the internal organs, and it can nourish brain. You can do this as long as you turn your mind around once, even if you are skilled, and then after many times of operation, the blood in your body will change, and you can breathe out the blood. There is divine energy in Tao blood. As long as Tao blood is cultivated, it is the fourfold of Taoist realm. Shen Shang started when it was almost dawn, and he was finished after dawn. He practiced Taoism and stepped into the fourfold of Taoism. It's not too difficult, it's easy. Shen Shang did not follow any practice method, he just knew this step, then proceeded according to his own experience and then succeeded successfully. For him, this kind of practice is like playing. It is much easier for him to create the fighting skills of this new era. It is very simple for him to create various fighting methods. Many of the various exercises that Shen Shang practiced before were imprinted in his mind. Now he intends to reduce the complexity to a large amount of the exercises he has mastered before, and then simplify them to form a new powerful god. Weiyang City is a very small city, and there are countless such small cities in the world. In the vicinity, there are many small towns similar to Weiyang City, but a disaster is coming, and these small towns will be devoured. At dawn, Shen Shang took a bath. After a night of practice, he just sweated a little, and no impurities were discharged from his body, indicating that his body was already strong. While he was taking a shower, Weiyang City suddenly became hot. "The fire is coming, run, run!" someone shouted suddenly. The monstrous flames swept from a distance with a gust of wind like a wave. The people in the city fled in a panic. Shen Shang also heard the sound, but he thought it was not a particularly serious situation, and he was not afraid of fire. But when he was comfortably washed, the fire came and the whole building where he was in was instantly lit and then collapsed. Shen Shang also fell into the flames of fire. Only then did he realize how serious the flame was. It was really like a wave of flames, and the small town instantly became a sea of fire. All large and small towns nearby are not spared. Shen Shang just felt that his body was dirty and uncomfortable. The flame did not make him uncomfortable. He released his consciousness and felt the intensity of these flames. It's not an ordinary flame. Shen Shang ran in the direction that the flame was blowing. He was going to see who in the end disturbed him taking a bath. Shen Shang ran forward for a while, and saw Gao Yi in the flames, holding a long knife, and fighting with a large group of upright werewolves. Flames spewed out of the group of wolves like a spring. The werewolves were very large, at least 2 people tall and some 3 people tall. Gao Yi has been seriously injured, but is still struggling to fight against the werewolf. "Brother Gao!" Shen Shang saw Gao being shot by wolf claws and quickly rushed over to catch Gao Yi. "Brother, go away!" Gao Yi shouted quickly. He was surprised that Shen Shang was not afraid of this kind of flame. Generally, only the Taoist realm is triple, and it can operate the divine spirit, so it can resist this level of flame. After Gao Yi finished speaking, he spit out a bit of blood. Shen Shang immediately released 6 magic mirrors. The 6 magic mirrors flew out, and with Shen Zhang's control, they flew towards the dozen or so werewolves, and immediately cut off the head of the biggest werewolf. In a blink of an eye, the heads of more than 10 werewolves were cut off by the 6 magic mirrors. Shen Shang put the werewolf's body into the 6 god mirrors, then picked up Gao Yi and jumped on the 6 god mirrors, and flew away quickly. After rushing out of the flames, is already noon. Shen Shang came to a large river and dealt with Gao Yi's injury. He also put on a tattered grey coat now. Gao Yi woke up and was even more surprised to see that Shen Shang was not dead and he was still alive. "Brother, what's going on?" Gao Yi opened his eyes wide. "We survived surrounded by the fiery wolf." "Fire demon wolf," Shen Shang frowned. "As the flame they put." Gao Yi nodded. "They came out of the demon abyss. Alas, the people in several towns should die." He clenched his fists and gritted his teeth. "My family is gone. There is a demon abyss near here, and no martial arts told us." Shen Shang had seen the devil abyss from books before. He understood that it was a crack in space, and it was very hidden. There will be various demons and creatures running out, which is still a mystery. Many major schools want these demons to come out to hunt, so that they can catch the demons, because the demons are all treasures and valuable. Those martial arts must be hiding near towns, and these towns are their bait, just to elicit evil spirits. The martial arts do not care about the life and death of those people in the town, they only care about whether they can kill the fire demon wolf. Shen Shang knew what ideas the martial arts were playing. Although our century Yuan has been born for 100,000 years, the hearts of the people have not changed. This group of decent people. Isn't it even the Fuhuomen who used us as a bait? Gao Yi was even more angry. "I don't know. Don't think so much, the road is still long." Shen Shang sighed and patted Gao Yi's shoulder. Gao Yi was also at this time, and suddenly felt that Shen Shang was like an elder. "Brother Shen, how did we survive?" Gao Yi asked. "An old man passed by and saved us," Shen Shang said casually. "I must go to Fuhuomen to ask for an understanding. If they really know, I will quit Fuhuomen, and I will not worship this kind of despicable martial art." Gao Yi is still very angry. "I still want to send them the publicity of the matter has been made public, so that people in the proud world know how evil these martial arts are." "Well, go ask them." Shen Shang appreciates Gao Yi's integrity. Before Gao Yi's injury was completely cured, he hurried to the main gate of Fuhuomen, and Shen Shang followed him. After all, this big man was very good. Several towns were enveloped by the sea of fire, or the demon creatures of the devil abyss did it. This incident quickly spread, and a large number of people were rushing to hunt down the demon creatures. Gao Yi met several waves of people on the road, and his heart was even more uncomfortable, because those who came over knew a long time ago that there was a deep abyss near the town. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3830, Fellow Villain. Gao Yi's injury recovered quickly. He is a triple Taoist realm. He can move the spirit to all parts of the body, and he can use the spirit to restore the body to heal the wound. Even when he was running with all his strength, he could still recover very well. He was silent along the way, showing that he was very angry. Shen Shang comforted and enlightened Gao Yi from time to time, and he was afraid that Gao Yi wouldn't think about it and did some stupid things. Gao Yi's family all died in the blaze. That kind of blaze was released by a large number of fiendish wolves, and this is what the martial arts most hope to happen. In this way, they can not only justify the past and kill the fire demon wolf, but after doing this, they can also get a good reputation for slaying the demon. Gao Yi also wanted to understand this, so he was full of anger, because he always thought that those schools were full of justice. He joined the martial arts in order to become stronger and then eliminate harm for the people. They clearly know that there is an abyss of heaven and demons nearby. Why don't we tell our town to evacuate? It doesn't matter if they don't save it, as long as they spread the news. They are all martial arts. As long as the news comes out, everyone in the town will believe that they will evacuate immediately. At night, Gao Yi leaned against a big tree and took a sip of water, tragic in his heart. Shen Shang and Gao Yi were resting in a forest. During the day, they met dozens of famous disciples who went to hunt down demons and spirits. Other disciples laughed that Gao Yi was a coward, which made Gao Yi the most angry. If the town withdraws ahead of time, the evil spirits will not run out. The people in the town can lead the evil spirits out of the abyss of heaven and earth. Shen Shang said. Demon creatures do not eat weak humans, but killing weak humans can absorb those souls to strengthen their own demons. Demon creatures only eat monks, and they like to eat Tao species the most. If they cultivate Tao heart, they like it more. This group of bastards. Gao Yi punched the tree hard. Brother Gao, don't be angry. Don't hurt the tree. Shen Shang quickly dissuaded. All you have to do now is go to a big city, and then spread the news. Of course, this kind of thing may be for many people, this is not a rare thing. Brother, I'm going to exit the Fuhuomen. Gao Yi gritted his teeth. It's not that easy to quit a martial art. Shen Shang knew that Gao Yi was a very upright person, and naturally could not tolerate the practice of Fuhuomen. I'm going to quit the Huomen too. Gao Yi refused. In fact, Gao Yi was only 18 years old, and he often bored his head and practiced, and was not involved in the world. His age was also full of blood, and he was more impulsive to do things. Gao Yi also knew that it was useless to be angry. He leaned back against the big tree and started to rest. He had to keep enough energy and hurried back to the main gate of Fuhuomen to discuss an argument. Shen Shang is very clear that if Gao Yi returns to the main gate, he will definitely be punished by Fuhuomen if he wants to show off with them. In the middle of the night, Shen Shang, who was practicing on the tree, broke through again. He is now the fifth most important Taoist realm, and he has cultivated his bones. The fourth is to use Tao blood to practice. When Tao blood is strong enough, it can make bones stronger and become Tao bones. Shen Shang shook his fist, feeling his own strength, and finally felt a little stronger. Less than 3 days later, he arrived at the Taoist realm fivefold, and Gao Yi under the tree. From the age of 5 to the awakening of the Tao species to the present, only the Taoist realm tripled. Practice Tao bones, blood gas can generally reach 10 segments. I don't know how many segments of blood gas I have. Shen Shang runs Tao blood in his body. Tao blood swells, and the energy contained in the blood is turbulent, which can explode with a strong force. Generally speaking, the Taoist realm is triple, and attracting the spirit into the body can excite the Tao's blood energy. At this time, it can reach 3 segments of blood gas. Shen Shang learned from the book that each school has a test thing, which can test blood gas for several paragraphs. The Taoist realm begins with 5 levels, and there is a long period before it can enter the 6th level. The book says that the 5 important Taoist realms are to temper all the bones of the Tao. The 5 peak blood of the Taoist realm can reach 100 paragraphs. After 100 pieces of blood gas, it can only impact the 6-fold of Taoism. In other words, the 5-fold blood energy of the Taoist realm is from 10 to 100. The strength of this realm is extremely high and low. Just as Shen Shang was thinking, he suddenly felt that someone was coming, quite far away from them. His consciousness is very strong, and every time it is released, a wave will form. Silent and interest-free waves in all directions. If he perceives something, there will be a feedback, he can know where the direction is. Then, he concentrated his consciousness in that position, and locked his target for further exploration. There are two people close to each other, and they have a weak fire-type blood. The Taoist realm is just 4 levels. Shen Shang soon determined the behavior of the comber. They walk very slowly and are very cautious. They should know that Gao Yi is here. Shen Shang was sitting on the branch of the big tree, and he hides so well that he was not found. Gao Yi, who was under the tree, slept heavily against the big tree, and was really not at all alert. Not long afterwards, 2 men dressed in black came. One of them, holding a glowing yellow rune, seemed to perceive Gao Yi through this rune. "It's Gao Yi." A man seemed surprised, whispering. "I didn't expect it to be him, this guy just practiced Dao Shin. And there is a small storage bag." Another man's eyes glowed. At this time, Gao Yi woke up. Gao Yi opened his eyes and saw these 2 men. He was surprised and said, "Brother Li, Brother Wang, why are you here?" Shen Shang was secretly surprised that these 2 brothers were also at the door of fire, but they were just playing Gao Yi's idea. "We are going to kill the devil in Weiyang City," Brother Li said coldly. "Gao Yi, what's the matter with you? Aren't you in Weiyang City? Are you going back to the main gate now?" Brother Wang sneered, "You coward." Gao Yi looked around, but didn't see Shen Shang. He just felt strange and didn't say much. Brother Wang said that he was a coward and angered him. "Have you known for a long time that there is a demon abyss near the city of Weiyang?" Gao Yi asked angrily. "That is of course. Although you are a disciple of the inner door, but you are not the core, naturally you cannot know this secret." Brother Wang said. "Stunned like you, how do you know this big secret?" Brother Li snorted. "What, you also know?" Gao Yi suddenly exploded. "Oh, your home seems to be in Weiyang City." Brother Li smiled and said, "Why? Your home is gone." I killed you." Gao Yi suddenly hit with a fist. Brother Li was flexible to avoid sideways while kicking on Gao Yi's abdomen. Fortunately, Gao Yi's body is thick, and for other people, even if the Taoist realm is fourfold, his ribs must be broken. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3831, Shot. Gao Yi, a guy like you, who can live to be 18 years old is already considered a longevity. Brother Wang, who had a pointed mouth, laughed. Brother Li smiled with a smile on his face, and took out a very small knife, saying, "Senior Gao Yi, you are of little use to live, but after you die, Dao Shin is very helpful to us, thank you." After being kicked and hit by a kick, Gao Yi hit the big tree. He just got up and realized that he was not an opponent at all. He gritted his teeth secretly and scolded himself for being too impulsive. Fortunately for him, Shen Shang is not here, otherwise he will feel more guilty if he involves Shen Shang. Thinking of Shen Shang, he blamed himself even more. Because today Shen Shang followed him and taught him a lot about being a man, telling him not to be impulsive or something, but to learn to endure. He listened, but couldn't do it. "You want to take my heart of the Tao. It seems that you are no different from the demon creatures in the abyss of heavenly demons." Gao Yi has calmed down a lot, and now he has learned to calm down, but he thinks it is too late. "We are different from demons and spirits, of course. Demons and spirits not only have to take your Tao heart, but also eat your flesh and blood. We won't eat you," Brother Wang said with a smile. "Brother Gao, your Tao heart will help, we can make us gain a fortune. Let us practice better and we will live for you." Gao Yi was more angry, but he was extremely calm. He knew that all he had to do at this time was to destroy his Dao Shin and prevent the 2 beasts in front of him from succeeding. Shen Shang has seen the determination in Gao Yi's eyes, knowing that Gao Yi will kill himself and destroy his Dao heart. Big guys should have learned a lot. He was about to see him, and he jumped off the tree. Gao Yi did want to start, but suddenly saw a delicate figure gently fall in front of him. It is Shen Shang. Gao Yi's mind suddenly went blank. He thought Shen Shang abandoned him and ran away. He didn't expect to rest on the tree. He found that Shen Shang was the most cautious to do so, and it would be much safer to rest in the tree. However, this is the last thing he wants to see, because in his eyes, Shen Shang suddenly jumped down, undoubtedly a dead end. He certainly knew that Shen Shang jumped down to save him. Although Shen Shang is a young man, and he is tanned, his appearance is extremely handsome. Brother Wang and Brother Li are both of ordinary appearance, and they are also brothers of sons. When they saw Shen Zhang's handsome face, they were really deeply stimulated. They wished to destroy Shen Zhang's face immediately. They were extremely jealous of this handsome boy in front of him. This matter has nothing to do with him. Gao Yila stepped forward and shouted, "What's coming at me?" Brother Wang sneered and said, "Brother Gao, is this your friend? That's great. I didn't expect you to have a friend, but he looks weak and doesn't even have Dao species." Brother Li took out a note and smiled. "I only felt one Dao before, thinking that there is only one of you, senior brother." Shen Shang feels funny. Which of these chickens can he feel freely? Not to mention that he has heavenly Dao species, even ordinary Dao species, with the power of his divine consciousness, will never let Dao species be perceived by others. Even if he bleeds out, no one can see that he possesses Dao blood. The Dao blood and Dao bones he cultivated are completely different from others. Gao Yi gritted his teeth tightly. The burly man was full of guilt at the moment. He felt that his recklessness had hurt Shen Shang. "As long as you let him go, you can let me do anything." Gao Yi shouted. "Yes, you took out the heart of Dao yourself." Brother Li licked his lips and smiled. "Would you like your friend to help you?" Brother Wang smiled and said, "I will give your friend a knife and let him dig out the Dao Shen for you, so we will let him go." Gao Yi frowned slightly, and then said to Shen Shang, "Boy, if you escape my heart, they will let you go." With a sigh in Shen Zhang's heart, Gao Yi was still so stupid. Even if he really took out Gao Yi's heart, these two people would still kill him. "Okay, give me a knife," Shen Shang said. Brother Li smiled, then took a short knife from his waist. Shen Shang took the knife and looked at it, then released his bloodless and colorless, wrapped the short knife. While the two brothers were waiting to watch the drama, Shen Shang gently threw the short knife in his hand. The dagger shoots like lightning. Under the control of Shen Zhang's consciousness, the short knife accurately penetrated Brother Wang's heart, and then turned another corner to penetrate Brother Li's heart. The Dao heart of the two was instantly broken down, but did not die. Gao Yi had been waiting for Shen Shang to come over and take his heart, but he did not expect that Brother Li and Brother Wang screamed suddenly, and then he saw that his heart was bleeding. After flying around the short knife, he returned to Shen Zhang's hand, and was still suspended in Shen Zhang's palm, bloodless. "Two little brothers, what are you doing?" Shen Shang walked over with a smile. "You, who are you?" You. Brother Li was shocked and frightened. Brother Wang was already speechless, crying in horror. His Dao Shen was crushed, he was finished. They all knew that there was a strong blood gas wrapped around the knife just now, and then penetrated their heart instantly. What can this be accomplished by cultivation? Even if the Taoist realm is fivefold, people with dozens of blood cannot necessarily do it. This requires a strong consciousness to achieve, and that consciousness can only be cultivated when the Taoist realm is at its peak. Which school is placed at the top? This young man, at such a young age, has developed a powerful sense of mind. Where is this evil? He looks so handsome, so young, cultivates high, and cultivates consciousness. In the proud world, it is definitely not an unknown person. But they all believe that Ao Shitnd should not have such a peerless genius at present, otherwise it would have been famous. Gao Yi was also stunned. He didn't know what happened. He didn't even know that Shen Shang was using a very strong sense. "You can rest assured now that Brother Gao and I will not want your Dao Shen. We are not the same." Shen Shang still smiled. "So, you can die peacefully." Wait, Brother Wang hadn't finished speaking yet. The flying knife in Shen Zhang's hand flew out immediately, and instantly penetrated the two men's heads. When penetrating, they also carried flames and lit their bodies. At night, Shen Shang sat next to the body, drinking water, eating sweet wild fruits, and looking at the burning body. Gao Yi stood beside and said nothing. He suddenly understood that what he rescued from Weiyang City before was not a senior, but Shen Shang himself. "Brother Gao, this should be solved by you. I'm sorry, took your life." Shen Shang laughed. "This, please enlighten brother in the future." Gao Yi hurried over. "Well, then start learning from the destruction of corpses now." Shen Shang nodded and smiled. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3832, Great Inflammation. Shen Shang is now a big brother level figure in Gao Yi's eyes. Although Gao Yi does not know what Shen Shang is doing, he can still see that Shen Shang is very strong. Those two brothers are both Taoist realm quadruple, and they are still two people. Generally speaking, you need at least 5 Taoist realm, and have rich combat experience to defeat the 2 Taoist realm quadruple. And like Shen Shang, kill 2 in a flash, and still so young, he must be a big brother in the future. Shen Shang used that short knife to fiddle with the burning corpse and said seriously, it must be burned completely, and no original breath can be left. Gao Yi nodded quickly. Also, when killing each other, don't think it's okay to ruin his body, but also soul. Shen Shang said, raising his hand, using powerful consciousness, to perceive the two souls, and then gather it in the palm of his hand. This is the soul of those two brothers. When their head was just penetrated, the soul was dispelled. It's awesome, how can I catch the soul? It seems difficult. Gao Yi was an eye-opener. He only learned about it in books, but he didn't expect anyone to do it. Shen Shang suddenly remembered that it is difficult for a low-cultivated person to cultivate his consciousness, let alone catch the residual soul. It needs a little help like spells, I will teach you later. Shen Shang said, you can learn to destroy the dead now. Gao Yi continued to study seriously. He not only had to burn the bodies of the two brothers, but also wiped out all the remaining traces of breath. After turning into ash, you have to deal with the ash, so that the olfactory beasts cannot be traced. Finally, we must remove the breath left by ourselves, in order to prevent the scent of the beast from tracking. You can't leave any clues, because the people we kill sometimes have a very strong background, and they will search for the murderer at all costs. Shen Shang said, be sure to remember this, otherwise they will be found out, you are about to live a life of despair. Gao Yi nodded again and again, he now knows how important it is to destroy the dead, and there are many details in it. They are so poor, they are all fourfold in humanity, and there are no storage bags. Shen Shang searched for them, they were relatively inferior, they had no value at all, and they were directly destroyed by him. The storage bags are very expensive. Our Gao family also got one by accident many years ago, because I could become the inner disciple of Fu Huomen and then gave it to me. Gao Yi took out a somewhat shabby one. The storage bag was secretly sad again. His family died in that fire. Don't be sad, maybe you will meet again. Your home is burned down, but some people should not be at home. Your Gao family is doing business, and there must be people who often go far away or something. Shen Shang comforted. You have to live well and continue the blood of the Gao family. Gao Yi nodded heavily, and he didn't ask Shen Shang what he was doing. Now, he is a little bit enlightened. Shen Shang and Gao Yi continued to hurry up, and now Gao Yi did not think of returning to the fire door. Before being almost killed by two brothers, Gao Yi was also disappointed with Fu Huomen. So he decided to go to a stronger school. Fu Huomen is far from the top martial arts in Audiobook, and can only be regarded as second-rate. Shen Shang believes that Gao Yi's qualifications are good, work hard, go to the first-class school is very promising, but the tuition is a bit difficult. Gao Yi also thought about how to solve the tuition fee, that is, sell the storage bag. After more than 10 days, Shen Shang and Gao Yi came under a golden wall. This golden wall is very long, extending invisible to both sides. This is the Great Wall of the Great Flame Empire, which encloses the entire Great Flame Empire in order to prevent large-scale beast-tide attacks. Gao Yi said to Shen Shang. Shen Shang has read many books before, and learned that the existence of this Great Flame Empire is a behemoth in the world of Aoshi. He didn't expect that in the current world, this empire is above all kinds of clans or family forces. For example, Fu Huomen is a small force in the Great Flame Empire. They own a Fu Huo city, and they are ruled by the Great Flame Empire. The strongest person in the Great Flame Empire, the Great Flame Emperor, is very mysterious. In Audiobook, there are several such great empires, most of the major sector family, most of them are subject to the rule of the empire. There are 6 big states in the Great Flame Empire, and each big state has multiple schools in big cities. It is said that all the exits of the demon abyss are blocked in Dajo, but there will still be evil spirits running out. The previous city of Weiyang did not belong to any empire, so it was not sheltered. Shen Shang and Gao Yi register in front of the gate beneath the high wall, and they both need to register their identities when entering or leaving the Great Flame Empire. It's just a name and a drop of blood. Through this drop of blood, one can detect human cultivation, or whether the demons are illusory. Shen Shang was detected as having no cultivation, and Gao Yi was a triple of Taoist realm. Strange, I didn't deliberately hide the cultivation behavior, why can't it be detected? Shen Shang was very puzzled, and could only blame that the detection device was too bad. There are a lot of gatekeepers, and there are garrisons, but they are all one of the more ordinary Taoist realms. Knowing that Gao Yi is a triple of Taoism and being so young, they all envy Gao Yi and chat with Gao Yi more. After entering the territory of the Great Yan Empire, Gao Yi took Shen Shang to continue his journey. He wanted to take Shenshong to Tianwo State, which is the largest and strongest state in the Great Yan Empire. Imperial Kyoto is also in Tianwo State, and there are top-level martial arts, and several first-class martial arts. The most powerful family in the Great Flame Empire, various forces gathered in Tianwo Prefecture, and outstanding people from all walks of life gathered, very prosperous. Shenshong asked Gao Yi before, the industry of 100 flowers, Gao Yi said Tianyuzhou must have. After a few days, I finally entered Tianyuzhou. The entire Tianwo Prefecture is very large. There are dozens of bustling cities of all sizes, Gao Yi and Shenshong, and they are still unable to go to the imperial city of Kyoto in the Great Flame Empire. There are many restrictions on entering. One of them requires the guarantee and recommendation of a large family or a big faction. You still have to pay a guarantee fee yourself. Although entering the city is very demanding, there are still many people in the city. After all, it gathers the top forces and various talents of the entire Great Flame Empire. Brother, let's go to Spark City first. My grandfather and grandmother are in Spark City. Gao Yi said. Ah, your grandfather and grandmother. Shenshong was a little surprised, which Gao Yi hadn't said before. They have always opposed my mother's marrying into the Gao family, and look down on the Gao family, so my mother rarely takes me, but my grandfather and grandmother still like me very much, at least as a child. Gao Yi sighed. Oh, now I can only find them first. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3833, Spark City. Shenshong could see that Gao Yi didn't want to go to Grandpa and Grandma, but now he had to go. One was to tell Lao about his parents, and the other was to hope that they could help themselves out of Fuhuomen. Lao Gao, in fact, your qualifications are good, your grandfather and grandmother will definitely help you. Plus you are very sensible, they will like you very much. Shenshong smiled. You have to be more confident, like your age, you can tread it is not easy to enter the Taoist world, but it is a rare genius. Brother, don't praise me. I was almost slaughtered like a chicken. Gao Yi smiled bitterly. Before, he was indeed a weak chicken in front of the two brothers. If Shenshong didn't show up, he was really peeled and cramped by the two brothers, and he digged his heart. It was also because of these experiences that Gao Yi knew that people's hearts were sinister, and that he could see the dark side. If you practice well, you should be able to step into the Taoist realm 4 times soon, and it will be easier to enter a good martial art. Shenshong said. It would be nice if there was a panacea. But a good panacea can't be bought even if there are enough spars. Gao Yi sighed. It's easy to talk about a breakthrough. It takes time. Quote. Yes, it is unprecedented to break through several heavy evils like Shenshong in one night. Shenshong just smiled. He started his alchemy before. Although the medicinal materials in this proud century are all unknown to him, and the technique of Tianlian can't be used anymore, but with his solid foundation and rich experience, with talent, alchemy is like playing for him. Give him a little time, he will soon be able to master the elixir rule of this world and realize the most powerful elixir technique. Spark City will soon arrive. This city is very large, with more than 10 million people. It is not surrounded by walls, but only has enchantments. Just open the enchantments when needed. Gao Yi is going to the Lin family in the city, which is one of the city's monastic families. It is considered a second-rate monk's family in Tianyuzhou, and it is relatively strong in this city. Starfire City is also a very prosperous city, because there is a first-class sect called Xingyanmen, which can be ranked in the top 10 in the entire Dayan Empire. The large and small forces in the city are all around the Xingyan Gate. All kinds of business and relationships are closely related to the Xingyan Gate, but the main palace of the Spark City is above the Xingyan Gate. The host of Starfire City is a king and the elder guest of Xingyanmen. This king is the seal of the Great Flame Empire, and his strength is very powerful, representing the empire to rule the entire Spark. Lao Gao, as long as you enter the Xingyan Gate, you can't help you like Fuhuo Gate. Shenshong laughed. Try hard. Well, I will do my utmost to pass Xingyanmen's assessment and become Xingyanmen's disciple. Gao Yi looked serious, looking at a glowing bead suspended in the distance. That bead is the landmark of Xingyan Gate. In the center of the city, there is a very large mountain villa, where the Xingyan Gate is located. A light-emitting bead is suspended above the city and can be seen outside the city. This bead is like a bright star, but it is not only used for good looking, but it can gather the spirit itself, and then emit the glow. It is said that it can even practice inside. The Lin family is considered a big family in Spark City, but not in the central area of the city. They are located in the southern district of Sparkfire Gate. There is also a large site there, which is a large mountain villa. The monastic family in the empire, although it has a great name, but it is just to slaughter fat pigs. The really strong should be backed by various honors of the empire, and then to the martial arts, then to the family. Shen Shang follow Gao Yi to Linjia Mountain Villa. Spark City is also a big family. The Yi family in the eastern district is much stronger than the Lin family because some people have been banned. In the Spark City, the children of other families have to be polite when they see the children of the Yi family. Gao Yi nodded. They soon came to the gate of the Linjia Mountain Villa. The gatekeepers were very strict and could not enter directly. Gao Yi explained his identity, and only one person took out the summons to contact the owner. Gao Yi's grandfather, Lin Qinshang, is the head of the Lin family. Gao Yi said that his grandfather is a Taoist realm. Shen Shang feels that the master of a big family is not enough to cultivate at this point, because he is now five-fold in the Taoist world, and it is very quick to step into the sixth. Of course, this is because Shen Shang underestimated the cultivation in the later period of Taoist realm. If he practiced later, he would not say so. Soon a housekeeper came out and greeted Gao Yi into Lin Man with a smiling face. The butler asked who Shen Shang was. Gao Yi just said good friends in trouble, his life-saving benefactor, and said nothing. When Shen Shang was on the road, he told Gao Yi not to talk about the killing of the two brothers. Of course Gao Yi will not say, and he has promised many times. Shen Shang and Gao Yi couldn't go to see Lin's house owner. They were arranged to wait in a living room. He waited more than an hour before Gao Yi came to this living room, and he seemed to be in a good mood. Lao Gao, did the Lin family ask you for a wife? Why are you so happy? Shen Shang teased. Of course not, my father and mother are not dead. They just left the Lin family not long ago. They should not have returned to the Gao family. Grandpa has sent someone to contact them and let them come back quickly. Gao Yi suddenly I learned that my parents were still alive, and of course I was very happy. Most communicators can only communicate over short distances, and there are also long distances, but they are rare and precious, and most people do not. That's great. Shen Shang was also happy for Gao Yi. Brother, my grandfather promised you to stay in the Lin family, but the housekeeper will arrange for you. I will follow my grandfather to practice this time. He said that he can help me enter the Xingyan gate. Gao Yi really did not expect that not only parents but also alive, and grandpa and grandma still love him very much. Shen Shang suddenly felt that the Lin family may have few outstanding young talents, and most of their talents in monasticism were not good. Although Gao Yi is a Gao family, he also has half of the blood of the Lin family in his body. His character is good, and his qualifications are good. He is naturally loved by the old man. Thank you, Shen Shang smiled. Being able to stay in a big family is actually not bad, but only if no one comes to him. Of course, Shen Shang is not afraid of trouble. With his ability, even if he gets annoyed, he can pat off the asterisk and no one can find him. Gao Yi left immediately. He hurried to practice, to seize the time to improve his strength, and then hurried to participate in the assessment of Xingyanmen. Shen Shang is not interested in joining the martial arts. He is only interested in those books and wants to see the history of Ao Shiyuan. The housekeeper immediately came to arrange for Shen Shang to let him stay in a small building in Linjia Mountain Villa. This small building is a bit old, but the interior is very clean and tidy. In fact, it is possible to have such a good place in a place like Spark City, which many people dream of. The housekeeper was very envious of Shen Shang, because in the eyes of the housekeeper, Shen Shang was a country boy, and he was able to have a small building in Linjia Mountain Villa. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3834, Sister is a good person. The spirit in Linjia Mountain Villa is more intense. In fact, when Shen Shang entered the Spark City, he felt that the spirit in the city was stronger than outside. After entering the Lin family, this feeling is more obvious. The Lin family center should have gathered their spirits in a large array. Shen Shang stood on the top of the building, looking at the center of Linjia Mountain Villa. He could see a cyclone in the middle of Linjia Mountain Villa, gathering a very strong spirit. Then he looked back at the middle of the city of Sparks, where a large star-like bead was suspended, and his expression was more intense. There must be a divine vein under the city. The Xingyan gate is built on the eyes of the divine vein. The divine vein will absorb the spirit from the heavens and the earth. The earth eyes are under the deep ground, and should be well protected by the Xingyan gate. And the sky eyes should be on the ground, and the Xingyan gate was built. Shen Shang speculates based on his own experience. Heaven and earth divine vessel can absorb heaven and earth divine spirit and gather together to form a god and earth. For example, the Shen line that he was born before, because of his appearance and the transformation of 6 magic mirrors, became a ***** land. Shen Shang looked at the distance and suddenly felt that someone was approaching his small building. When he looked at the top of the building, he saw a pretty woman in a white dress coming with a basket in her hand. Her basket is full of fruits, and she doesn't know what she is doing here. Although Shen Shang entered the small building, he did not go to see the room inside. The small building has 3 floors, and he lives alone, which is really wasteful. Seeing the woman, Shen Shang frowned secretly. He suspected that this small building might still live with other people, but the housekeeper didn't say anything. Shen Shang immediately went downstairs and sat in the small hall on the 1st floor, waiting for the woman to come in. The woman in a white dress is in her 20s, and her face is a little round, giving a rather gentle beauty, but her beautiful eyes are a bit cold. After she walked in the door, when she saw Shen Shang, she gently asked, "Are you the one?" Shen Shang said. When she spoke, she also watched Shen Shang for a long time. She had never seen a man so seriously. Generally speaking, this is impolite, and a woman staring at others like this will make people think she has any ideas. The woman wanted to look away, but Shen Zhang's face seemed to have a magical power, which made her unable to bear to take a few more look, but also wanted to look after it. Although Shen Shang is only a teenager, he is very handsome. His handsomeness is not the soft and handsome beauty of many brothers. His skin is a little dark, but it is very beautiful and has a strange charm. "Sister, the kid is Shen Shang, I don't know. Is the kid offended my sister?" Shen Shang quickly got up and lowered her head. She was very afraid of things. "Sister, are you angry? This is my residence. Grandpa suddenly wants to arrange for you to live here, and I am really angry." Although the woman was talking, there was a faint smile on her face, and the coldness in her eyes was gone. Yes, she just saw Shen Shangshui, she looked good, so she didn't mind and was not angry. Although the woman is also a beauty, in her opinion, if she is better than Yan, Shen Shang will definitely be higher than her. The boy leaves Lin house. Shen Shang really wants to go. He doesn't want to have any conflicts with Lin's children, so that Gao Yi is not good at life. "Ah, why did you leave? I didn't chase you away," the woman said quickly. "Sister is not angry. Angry is easy to get older. I live here, my sister will get older, it will affect the young beauty of the sister." Shen Shang lowered his head and whispered, "Sister is so beautiful, I can't bear it." Quote. The woman chuckled. "You little guy, it's okay to look good, the little mouth is so sweet. Well, my sister is not angry, you don't have to leave." When the woman spoke, she reached over and touched Shen Zhang's face. Shen Shang was stunned. He could only bow his head in a state of shame. He was very depressed, he was thin and light, but he dared not say anything, after all, he was under the fence. "I am Lin Yuya, Gao Yi is my cousin. My father is Gao Yi's second uncle." Lin Yuya smiled lightly. "Brother Shen, how old are you this year?" 16, how about Sister Lin? Shen Shang asked. "Ah, I am 22 years old, and I can't get married." Lin Yuya sighed softly, her eyes slightly sad. "Where is my elder sister?" "Very young," Shen Shang said quickly. "When I see you, I think I'm very old. I'm just a few years younger." Lin Yuya Zhao smiled. "Little devil, you have such a sweet mouth, how many ignorant girls have you cheated? Seriously, your eyes, although it is very simple and bright, I intuitively told me that you are a veteran of reading girls." "Sister, I'm just sweet to survive. Otherwise, I don't know how many times I died." Shen Shang suddenly looked down with pity. "I haven't had a father since childhood Niang, and was also arrested to be a tortoise in the Qinglu. He suffered a lot of beatings to get out of the bitter sea." "I'm sorry." Lin Yuya suddenly felt very distressed, and gently touched Shen Zhang's face, and then took out the fruit for him to eat. Shen Shang finally got through, sweetly eating Lin Yuya's fruit. He found that Lin Yuya turned out to be a fourfold Taoist realm. "Are you awakening to the seed?" Lin Yuya squeezed on Shen Shang again, and said that he would help him check his body to see if it was suitable for cultivation. "I don't seem to be able to wake up." Shen Shang shook his head and said, Before there were big families, I wanted to help me wake up to the Tao species, and then enter their homes, but because I don't have Tao species, I won't want me later. Just now, Lin Yuya had such an idea. In her view, if this kind of little handsome guy has a good Tao type, and then take him to practice, and then let him into the superficial Lin family, then she does not need to marry. Is it beautiful? Shen Shang saw Lin Yuya's thoughts just now. He knew he was handsome, but he didn't expect to be so handsome that he could make Lin Yuya like a young lady. Lin Yuya's Taoism is fourfold, and grandpa is the head of the Lin family. This status is definitely not low, and it is definitely a disciple of the main school. It must be that those guys have insufficient abilities to help you awaken Tao. Let's take you to my dad and let him awaken you. If he can't, I will find grandpa to help you. Lin Yuya said. She would pull Shen Shang away. Sister Lin, do you want me to marry your sister or who? I don't want to go into trouble. Shen Shang hurriedly said. Of course not, I just look at you pitifully and want to help you. Lin Yuyajiao smiled. Don't be afraid, my sister is a good person and won't harm you. Lin Yuyaqiang pulled Shen Shang out of the small building, and really wanted to help him awaken Tao. Shen Shang was a little worried about his Tao class being seen, but he also wanted to see if he could hide the people of this big family. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3835, Family. Shen Shang was pulled by Lin Yuya and left the small building in the forest, and then came to a large courtyard. This is the residence of Lin Yuya's parents. Lin Yuya usually lives here often, and that small building is just the personal independent space she wants, but she rarely goes to live, usually with her parents. Entering the courtyard, Shen Shang saw a sturdy middle-aged man, holding a black long whip, staring at a slightly fat young man. The young man, standing still in the middle of a fire pond at the moment, his chubby face trembling and sweating, showed that he was enduring the scorching heat and was doing very hard practice. Shen Shang knew at a glance that there was a special medicinal solution in the fire pond. The medicinal solution was ignited by the flame, and the flame rose with a burst of heat. Standing in the middle of the fire pond, the body is roasted by this flame. If you practice properly, you will be able to absorb the very pure special spirit, which will strengthen the body faster and cultivate a stronger blood. This is my brother, Lin Ruhu. Lin Yuya whispered to Shen Shang. He is practicing, my father is very strict. Lin Yuya's father also saw Shen Shang. He just glanced at it, and then continued to stare at his son. While on the road, Shen Shang learned that Lin Yuya's father's name was Lin Yingping, the second son of Lin's head, and the strongest son. Xiaoya, how old are you now? Lin Yingping asked seriously. Dad, my blood is just 10. Lin Yuya whispered. What do you ask about this? As soon as she finished speaking, the long whip in Lin Yingping's hand suddenly flicked and hit her son's ass. Lin Ruhu suddenly screamed like a pig. Dad, why are you hitting me? I didn't move just now. Lin Ruhu cried crying, I am you really not your own? Just hit me if you don't move. Shen Shang felt a little funny, this Lin Ruhu fat, not like a tiger at all. Look at your sister, who is so many years younger than you, and he is all 10-blooded. And you are only 8-blooded. Lin Yingping shouted angrily, then waved his whip. Ow 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 ow. Before the whip was beaten, Lin Ruhu made a terrible cry. Today's practice is over, I will give you 10 days. If you haven't raised your blood to 10, I will destroy you. Lin Yingping snorted. Shen Shang was secretly surprised, this father's request was too high. The Taoist realm is fourfold, and there are generally 5 sections of blood gas. Even if it is very good, it can impact the Taoist realm 5-fold. Of course, if the 10th section of blood gas hits the Taoist 5-fold, then the effect is definitely the best. Dad, actually his brother worked hard. Lin Yuya was very concerned about her brother, and she felt a little guilty, because if she did not come, her brother would not be lashed. Lin Ruhu touched his **** and laughed a few times, and said, Xiaoya, who is this little brother? He looks so handsome, he almost turned out to be handsome. Shen Shang really wanted to look in the mirror to see if his face was suddenly crippled. Lin Ruhu actually competed with himself for appearance. Shut up, Lin Yingping shouted angrily. You ***** you're in to take photos of your own pigs, why do you compare with others? Lin Ruhu even more doubted that he had picked it up. Not only his talent was not as good as his younger sister, but his appearance was also the best among his family. But he is very good, he is very thick-skinned. Lin Ruhu jumped out of the fire pond, came to Shen Shang, and said with a smile, Little brother, are you kidnapped by Xiaoya? This girl, thinking about finding a little handsome guy all day long. Lin Yuya wanted to step on this brother hard, and this kind of remark was actually said in front of Shen Shang, making her embarrassed. Uncle Lin and brother Lin are good. The kid Shen Shang is a friend of brother Gao Yi. He and I are in trouble. Brother Gao is very enthusiastic, so he took me to the Lin family and let me stay in these days to disturb you. Now, Shen Shang said politely. It turned out to be my little cousin's friend. By the way, what is the little cousin's practice now? Lin Ruhu's heart beat. If the younger cousin is better than him, then Lin Ruhu really can only raise pigs. 2. The Taoist realm is triple, ready to step into the quadruple. Lin Yuya replied. Lin Yingping stared at Lin Ruhu fiercely again, and said angrily, Dead cub, do you hear it? Your little cousin is only 18 years old, and he has triple Taoism and is still in a place where the Gao family does not shit. Cultivated. You are also 28 this year. You are 10 years older than your cousin, but you have 4 levels of humanity. Who made me not your own? Lin Ruhu whispered. Snapped. Lin Yingping lashed hard, but unexpectedly Lin Ruhu, the fat man, actually evaded sensitively, and immediately jumped out of the courtyard to slip away, otherwise there must be a beating. Uncle Lin, quickly put away the medicine in the fire pond, it would be a waste to burn it like this. Shen Shang quickly reminded. Yes, it's all the dead cubs, so angry that I forget this. Lin Yingping took out a jar and pointed it at the fire pond. He urged the jar and sucked the medicine and flame from the fire pond into the jar. Dad, help brother Shen to awaken the next kind. He was born poor and had no chance to awaken the next kind. Lin Yuya walked over, holding his father's arm, and said a little coquettishly. Really? Then start now. Lin Yingping took out a very special disc. Brother Shen, you are lying on that bench. Lin Yuya said quickly. Shen Shang came to lie down on a stone bench. Lin Yingping pressed the disc on Shen Zhang's abdomen, and then urged the disc to emit a golden glow. Soon, Shen Shang felt the heat of his abdomen, and the heat flow quickly spread across his body. Little brother, you don't have Dao type, what a pity. Lin Yingping sighed. It's a pity. He also feels that Shen Shang is very handsome. If he can awaken the Dao species and raise them for a few more years, if he has good qualifications, he can enter the space. It's okay. Shen Shang was relieved, and at the same time more at ease. He now knows that his heavenly Dao species are magical and almost never exist. At this moment, a haggard, bloodless woman came out of a room and was breathless after a few steps. Mother, why did you come out? Lin Yuya hurriedly ran over and helped her mother Healy. Healy is also a round-faced woman, not very beautiful, but she is also very eye-catching, and her facial features are correct. If she is not sick now, she should be more temperamental. Did you hit the tiger just now? Healy looked at Lin Yingping and asked softly. This, just touched it a few times, mainly to scare him. Lin Yingping scratched his head and said that the momentum of hitting his son just now was completely absent. Just touch a few times. Then what should I do? I should be suffocated to death. That dead cub is so annoying, it's all 28. Girlfriend. Healy was suddenly angry. Shen Shang was stunned, and he suddenly felt that Lin Ruhu was really not his own. Also at this time, he found that Healy had something wrong, she seemed poisoned. Auntie, are you poisoned? Shen Shang asked suddenly. Poisoning? No, I was just injured, but it hasn't been better. Healy just stared at Shen Shang just now. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3836, Xueqi Dan. Shen Shang frowned, but the Lin family did not find Healy poisoned. If you continue poisoning the bone marrow, Healy may die. How long? Shen Shang asked. It's been a month. Niang was injured last time when fighting with evil spirits, until now. Lin Yuya was very worried. Little brother, what poison did you just say? Why did you say that? Lin Yingping was also very worried about his wife. These days, he often looks for expert help everywhere to heal. The elders in the Lin family basically healed Healy, saying that as long as they rest well, they can heal themselves. But after a month passed, Healy couldn't get better. I have read in a book that there is a very secret poison gas that will penetrate into the human body and will kill the vitality of the person a little bit. When about the same time, this hidden poison will explode. Shen Shang said. Shen Shang is a master of poison, he has played many kinds of famous and terrible strange poisons, and even configured super powerful strange poisons. So he saw Healy and soon judged that she was poisoned. Hearing what Shen Shang said, Lin Yuya and Lin Yingping were both startled. Then, how to do that? Did the book say? Lin Yingping quickly came to Shen Shang. Generally speaking, detoxification needs antidote. What is that book? Brother Shen, if you have to treat your mother, my dad will repay you. Lin Yuya said. My mother has been injured for so long, and it has never been cured. We know that her injury is different from the past. That book does not say what the specific poison is, it just says that there is a general method to lead the toxin out. Shen Shang detoxification does not require any antidote, and it is best to lead the poison out. And this premise is to find toxins in the body. This is also very simple for Shen Shang, because his consciousness can quickly lock the toxin scattered in the body, and then gather together to force it into the palm of the hand and expel it from the fingertips. What should I do? Lin Yingping asked hurriedly. Uncle Lin, wait for me to do what I said. Shen Shang immediately began, pointing to a few places, allowing Lin Yingping's blood to enter He Li's body and force out toxins. In fact, the process of forcing the poison out of the body is mainly carried out by Shen Shang secretly injecting his consciousness, he is just to cover up. Soon, all the toxins in He Li's body were forced into the palm of her hand, and her palms were now black and purple. He Li was so scared that she was so terrified. This poison was so terrible. She had been lurking in her body for so long, she didn't even notice it, and so many elders of the Lin family couldn't find it. If it drags on, she will definitely die. Then he started bleeding, and after the poisonous blood was sent, Lin Yingping was burned with fire. The poisonous blood was forced out, and He Li's recovery speed was very fast, and she suddenly became more energetic. Little brother, you are amazing. Lin Yingping was relieved. Little brother, thank you this time, and wait for the aunt to get well and give you a good meal. He Li smiled softly at the moment, and then glanced at Lin Yuya again. She naturally knew that the little girl was in the face of Shen Shang. Dad, how do you repay brother Shen? Lin Yuya smiled. This is not necessary, just a hand. Shen Shang smiled and said, let me stay at the Lin family for a few days, or arrange a good job for me. Little brother, you know a lot about poison, then you should be very interested in medicine, what about you going to the drugstore? He Dao. Yes, Shen Shang is desperate, this is his best opportunity to understand the medicinal materials. He Li stared at Asterisk, and said, dead man, still stunned. So take the younger brother, remember, give him the best treatment. I will go now. Lin Yingping immediately took Shen Shang away, and gave him a card, allowing him to freely enter and leave Linjia Mountain Villa. After Shen Shang left, He Li was helped into the room and sat on a chair. Unfortunately, what a handsome boy, there is no Dao kind. He Li sighed lightly. Before she was in the house, she knew that Lin Yingping helped Shen Shang awakening to Dao, but did not wake up. Mother, I don't want to marry. Lin Yuya whispered, especially marry someone I don't like. If Shen Shang has a Taoist species, he can still be trained to make him into trouble, but He Li is also very embarrassed, but the marriage has great benefits for our family. Your brother has been abandoned if it's lost, I don't expect him, because no giant girl is willing to marry him. Lin Ruhu is also very uncomfortable. He is a rich 3 generation, but his life is very bitter. Follow the fate. Lin Yuya pouted. When I become stronger, I will definitely support our family. He Li could only sigh, then got up and went back to the room. Every time Lin Yuya was urged to marry, she was in a bad mood, so she could only go back to her small building in the forest. Shen Shang was taken to the Lin's medicine store, just near Linjia Mountain Villa. There were 10 large shops and dozens of floors. There are few alchemists. Everyone's use of medicinal materials is mainly used to make liquid medicine or powder. Alchemy is extremely difficult and requires talent, and making liquid medicine and powder can be successful as long as you follow the steps and procedures strictly. Shen Shang is in charge of counting the medicines in the medicine cabinet at the drugstore. He now prefers this kind of work and can let him know the medicines. He was very passionate about this and did not return to Linjiazhuang until late at night. When going back, Lin Yuya soaked the liquid medicine in the room to practice. Shen Shang did not bother her, but went back to rest on his own. He was exposed to hundreds of medicinal herbs today. He took back many incomplete medicinal herbs. Those medicinal herbs were to be thrown away, but they were all eaten by him. He personally tried the medicine, tasted the ingredients in the medicine one by one, and then used the available danfang according to his rich experience. In this way, if the medicinal materials are made into pill, it will have greater value. Whether it is taken or sold, it will be many times better than the liquid medicine. Before dawn, Shen Shang ran to the drugstore and continued his work. Today he is going to clean up more defective medicines and take them back to alchemy. In the evening, he had enough medicines for the inferior medicines. He returned to Shaolo at night and started alchemy. He paid attention to Sha Lin Yuya. She would soak in the medicine bath every night. The medicine liquid was very strong, soaking it would cause a lot of tingling, but in order to become stronger, she could only bear it. Strange, it is reasonable to say that alchemy and his party should not be so down. Shen Shang felt very confused in the room. This Spark City is also very prosperous, but there are few alchemists, and even there are few shops selling Dan, only the Yi family and Xingyan Gate. Is this alchemy business only allowed Zhongui to conduct it? Or is it that alchemy is mastered at the top level and not allowed to flow out? Shen Shang plans to ask Lin Yuya tomorrow morning. At night, Shen Shang began to practice alchemy. He turned his blood through the heaven and earth species. With his heart, he could release flames from his palm. As for what kind of flame this is, Shen Shang himself is not clear. In short, it can be used for alchemy. He does not have a pill furnace, he can only use a powerful consciousness to condense a transparent pill furnace, confining flames and medicinal materials inside this pill furnace, that is, the magic furnace. If the consciousness is strong enough, it can be transformed into such a Dan furnace. Shen Shang often used this trick before. He is now used to deal with such small scenes, very relaxed, and soon condensed 5 pills. He called it Blood Qi Dan, and he didn't know what grade it was, because he still hadn't figured out how the Dan medicine grade was divided in this place. Shen Shang took the next pill, and his energy suddenly poured into his body, and then quickly turned into blood gas and penetrated into the bones. I don't know how much blood I have now. I have to figure it out, otherwise I don't know what the use of these pills is. Shen Shang looked at the pills and was very depressed. He didn't know the efficacy how specific. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3837, Great Yandan Hall. Shen Shang can feel that his own blood energy has increased, but the effect used on him cannot explain anything. If you want to sell Dan to earn spar, you must first determine the efficacy of this kind of Dan, which requires a few people to test. He immediately thought of Lin Yuya downstairs, and her older brother Lin Ruhu who may not be her own. Give Dan directly to them. How can I explain to them where this **** Dan came from? Shen Shang is thinking hard about how to make a lie that is justifiable. Even the Lin family has very little Dan. Lin Yuya's mother was poisoned and injured before, and she has never eaten Dan. After thinking for a while, Shen Shang decided to say that the master gave it to him. His master is Huang Jintian, from the temple of Aoshi, and it should be normal to have Dan in his hand, and he does not need to tell who the master is now. I'm so handsome, it's normal to have a master. Shen Shang thought for a while and decided that if someone asked, he said that his master was a woman. Xiao Shonglin was his master. In fact, he did not lie, but Xiao Shonglin was mainly a refiner. After thinking about it, Shen Shang immediately went to the second floor and knocked on Lin Yuya's door. Lin Yuya was soaked in a medicated bath. Although it was painful, she still had to keep herself in a rest state, which could also hone her will. But in Shen Zhang's eyes, it was unnecessary. It's still midnight and I shouldn't knock on the girl's house, but Shen Shang is going to work during the day, so I can only knock on it now. He scanned the room with his consciousness. Lin Yuya had come out of the bathtub and put on clothes. He can only perceive the movements of the people in the room, and he can't see clearly, unless he uses a more advanced method, but that is too cumbersome. Brother Shen, it's so late, is there anything urgent? Lin Yuya wrapped her white bathrobe, her hair hanging on her chest, making her look different. I have something to ask for Sister Lin. Shen Shang whispered. This is my secret. Sister Lin, can you help me keep my secret? Of course. Come in quickly. Lin Yuya quickly let Shen Shang enter the house. In the middle of the night, she was not afraid of a lonely man or a widow, let alone a little handsome man frivolous her. In her eyes, Shen Shang is a little lamb without hands, and she wants to be light, and she is also light and light. I have a master, a woman. Shen Shang said mysteriously when she entered the house. She said that although I don't have a Taoist kind, but I can practice, as long as I eat some Dan. She also said, I am suitable for learning alchemy, I am very talented in this area. After listening to Lin Yuya, it felt very incredible, and then whispered, Brother, don't talk about this thing everywhere. Alchemy can be big or small. Oh, why? Shen Shang also saw it. Alchemy seems to be a taboo. In the Great Flame Empire, alchemy requires permission. You can't practice it casually, let alone learn it unless you get permission. Lin Yuya lowered her voice and said seriously, if it is secretly practiced, secretly sold, once caught, will be severely punished and even executed. Ah, so serious. Shen Shang was really surprised. Because some alchemists make some bad alchemy, kill a lot of people, or take some ordinary people to test the alchemy, and even worse, try a large number of ordinary children to test the alchemy and have killed many people. Therefore, each empire has dealt a severe blow to the alchemy. Lin Yuya said. Shen Shang nodded. If not restricted, some alchemists would indeed use people to try the pill to configure the pill formula. Ordinary people can't carry their bodies. If they eat the problematic Dan, they will definitely die, let alone children. How can I become a qualified alchemist? Shen Shang asked. Well, I don't know very well. Probably, you need to get the certification of the Imperial Palace, and then you have to hand over your Danfang, let the Imperial Palace be reviewed, and it's okay, then it can be sold by alchemy. Lin Yuya said with a sigh. Sister Lin, why do you sigh? Shen Shang could see that there must be a lot of greasiness. The Imperial Pill Palace, which is the Great Flame Pill Palace. They are very powerful. If they want to pass their certification to become alchemists, they will be squeezed by them. For example, if you want to get certified, you first have to tie them up and make alchemy for them for several years, or even 10 years. They will often issue alchemy tasks. Alchemists must be completed immediately, or they will be removed from their names. Unless you rely on some big forces, such as top martial arts, or first-class martial arts, or there are nobles behind, such as the King of Man, the Imperial Marquis, otherwise they will be squeezed by the Great Flame Pill Palace. Quote. Lin Yuya sighed while finishing her long hair. Shen Shang now understands why there are so few alchemists, so there are so complicated reasons behind it. Actually, we really need all kinds of magical pills, but it's a pity. Can't buy it unless you buy it from the black market for a large price. Lin Yuya said. Originally, our Lin family has always wanted to cultivate, or it's too difficult to get an alchemist to sit in town, but just can't do it. Sister Lin, do you think my master has given me a reliable Dan? Shen Shang asked again. There are too few female alchemists, I think this is a bit of a problem. It may be that she wants to plot against you, and sees you young and ignorant, so pretend to be a liar to you, but be careful. Lin Yuya told Shen Shang very seriously, Dan she gave you, don't eat it randomly, maybe you will be used to try Dan. Shen Shang drew out 4 capsules of blood chi Dan, and said with a smile, originally, there were 5 capsules. I have eaten 1 capsule. You see that I have nothing. It should not be a lie to me. This is really a magic pill, it looks very good. Lin Yuya saw the few golden pills with a touch of golden energy, and immediately opened her eyes. Sister Lin, would you dare to try one? Shen Shang said mysteriously, but you have to help me keep it secret, because I don't know if my master is an Imperial certified alchemist. Don't you dare. In general, my cultivation is the safest way to eat Dan. Lin Yuya immediately grabbed a grain and said with a smile, it smells fragrant, this is the smell of Lingdana. I'm such a grown-up, this is the first time I've seen a pill. Shen Shang felt a little funny. Lin Yuya said before that she shouldn't eat indiscriminately. Now that she sees the real spirit pill, she says it is very fragrant. The master said that this is the blood chi Dan, which can enhance the blood gas. Shen Shang said. Do you have any feeling of eating it? Lin Yuya asked. You don't have Dao species, but if you can improve your blood, it is indeed a cultivation. There are enough Dan, you can practice without Dao species. Yes, Grandpa said that before. After she finished speaking, she hurriedly ate the pill and chewed in her mouth. It's sweet and fragrant, it's really delicious, I don't know what effect it will have. I will eat it for the first time. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3838, Significant Effect. Immediately after eating, Lin Yuya felt the abdomen was hot, and then there was a breath of air flowing all over the body. Sister Lin, my master said, after eating, we must find a way to control the turbulent airflow in the body and then refining into the bones. Shen Shang quickly said after seeing Lin Yuya's situation. The effect of this panacea is excellent, but it is not shown on his own, but it can be said that the effect is remarkable when it is used on a rookie like Lin Yuya. Great, is this the power of Lingdan? Much better than taking those medicinal baths. Lin Yuya immediately sat down and started to exercise. At this time, Shen Shang condensed his consciousness in his eyes, which allowed him to see the flow of air in Lin Yuya's body. This exercise has many flaws. Shen Shang saw many problems at once, and he suspected that it was the Lin family ancestry. If the cultivation method is not good, it will affect the entire family. The Lin family is a second-rate Taoist family, but over the years, many young people's cultivation conditions are not very good. It is most likely due to the influence of exercises. It should have been revised, but it hasn't been corrected, but worse. Shen Shang saw some problems again. The Lin family must have discovered the problem, so after a period of modification, the effect also has an effect, but it will show different effects on different people. It looks bad in Lin Ruhu, but it is better in Lin Yuya than before the modification. The Lin family is really chaotic, and it will be modified without understanding the situation, which will lead to the decline of the whole family. Shen Shang shook his head. Sister Lin, my master has taught me some luck formulas, saying what can be refined into this kind of pill. You have a high level of understanding, try it out, and then point me at the point. Shen Shang said. Lin Yuya nodded again and again. She now believes that Shen Zhang's master is a master, because she realizes that the effect of this pill is very good, but she has no experience to deal with it. Then Shen Shang began to instruct Lin Yuya to go to Lotus Blood Qi Dan. Soon, Lin Yuya felt that the fluttering spirit in her body gradually eased, and gradually became gentle, and then she was controlled by her at will, and it was easily smelted into her own bones. My blood power has improved by at least 2 paragraphs. After half an hour, Lin Yuya was refined and was shocked. She shot immediately and broke several tables and chairs. The ecstatic Lin Yuya, but happily died. Her current age, the Taoist realm is 4-fold, and there are 12 sections of blood, which is very powerful. Sister Lin, did you join Zongmen? Shen Shang asked. Are your exercises given by Zongmen? I am a disciple of Xingyanmen, and my practice is Lin's. If you practice Xingyanmen's practice, you have to pay a large fee. My father and mother can't afford it. Lin Yuya said this matter was very sad, and he grumbled pitifully. My Lin family's exercises are not very good. I didn't practice the martial arts at Xingyan Gate, which has been ridiculed. Joining Xingyan Gate was mainly for the martial arts, but she could not practice. All the other disciples are practicing. If she can't cultivate, she will definitely not keep up, or even be out of group. In addition, other fighting techniques of Xingyanmen must be to match Xingyanmen's inner skills. Lin Yuya was at Xingyanmen and could not learn Xingyanmen's inheritance at all, but she was able to cultivate 10 segments of blood gas, which was also a result of her hard work. She took a painful bath every night until dawn and did not eat less bitter. Then you take 2 more capsules, the remaining 1, for Brother Hu. Shen Shang said. Ah, you and your elder brother haven't said a few words, you are so good to him. Brother Shen, you are too kind. Lin Yuya refused again and again. You just give the elder brother 1 more tablet, the remaining 2 you eat it yourself. You don't have a Taoist kind, you have to cultivate it by eating Dan. In fact, Shen Shang wants to use Lin Ruhu to try to see the effect. I can practice this kind of pill in the future. The premise is that you can help me keep it secret. Shen Shang urged. Relax, although my elder brother is a waste material, he is definitely a genius in keeping secrets. When I was a kid, I made troubles and caused many troubles. It was the elder brother who helped me back the pot. Brother, he helps me keep a secret. Lin Yuya smiled. Shen Shang now understands why Lin Yuya's mother and father are so strict with Lin Ruhu. They turned out to be back boilers for many years. Call him, Shen Shang said. Lin Yuya immediately took out the messenger and let Lin Ruhu come. Lin Ruhu immediately rushed over to the hall on the 1st floor of the small building. When he saw Lin Yuya and Shen Shang, he immediately said, Xiaoya, what level of misfortune is this time? How much whip will I suffer? Shen Shang couldn't help crying and laughing. This first reaction from Lin Ruhu's rush came to think of it as a scapegoat. Brother, didn't I say that I have something good to find you? Lin Yuya grinned. I'm not a kid anymore, I haven't let you blame me for many years, right? That's what it is. Lin Ruhu immediately looked at Shen Shang, and said, Are you my brother-in-law? Fat man, what are you shouting about? Lin Yuya stomped Lin Ruhu with anger. Ah, Lin Ruhu shouted, but he smiled cheaply. Xiaoya, are you going to elope with your little brother-in-law? Or have you already cooked rice with him? After finishing the talk, Lin Ruhu sent Shen Zhang's shoulders and smiled. Although you are almost handsome, but you are already qualified to be my brother-in-law, take care of Xiaoya. Lin Yuya couldn't help but roll her eyes. She repaired Lin Ruhu fiercely and beat him up, let him be honest, and then talked to him about the blood. Ah, Xiaoya, you beat me just now, did you use my hands to practice? You are in 12 segments of blood, I'm only 8 segments, you bully me. Although Lin Ruhu said this, he was very excited and said, hurry for Dan and eat for me. Worthy of being my little brother-in-law. I will take you to some feet someday. Soak for 3 days and nights. What is the foot bath? Lin Yuya asked. Nothing. Lin Ruhu coughed twice and took Shen Zhang's Dan and smiled. Little brother-in-law, from now on, you are my elder brother. When he finished speaking, he immediately ate the pill. Shen Zhang is also very speechless. This Lin Ruhu's mouth is so sullen, it is really hard to live till now. Then, Shen Zhang also directed him to let him refine that pill. Brother Hu's situation may be different. He used to have 8 blood sports, and his body is a little weak, so he needs a little longer. Let's not disturb him. Shen Zhangdao then went to the second floor with Lin Yuya, let Lin Ruhu practice in the living room on the first floor. What is foot soaking? Lin Yuya said suspiciously. I always think this is not a good thing. Cough, is to go to the Qinglu. Shen Zhang coughed twice. I'm going to kill this fat man. Lin Yuya gritted her teeth and rushed downstairs. Is he serving his brother-in-law like this? After she finished, she blushed and said, Brother Shen, you are not his brother-in-law. Don't listen to his cheesy mouth. My elder brother is such a bad fighter, so he only raises fat and fights so hard. A little. It can be seen. Shen Zhang smiled. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 3839, Demon. Lin Yuya was still angrily, but he didn't expect his elder brother to be such an indecent person, not only indecent himself but also damaging Shen Zhang. The most abominable thing is that Lin Ruhu thought in his heart that Shen Zhang was a brother-in-law. Lin Yuya became more and more angry, and wanted to rush downstairs to hammer Lin Linhu immediately. Brother Shen, don't go to that kind of place with your elder brother. Lin Yuya sternly said, if you go, you will lose money. Understood. Shen Zhang also didn't expect that Lin Ruhu looked so timid and afraid of his father and mother, but he was not small, and often went to that kind of fengyu place. I didn't give him that pill when I knew it. It was a waste. He practiced so badly. Most of the time he went to that kind of place. Lin Yuya was very angry. For the sake of Duangguo, I spared him this time. If I were caught next time, I would tell my father and mother. Sister Lin, in fact, brother Lin may not really go. Even if it does, it may not really go to fool. Shen Zhang said. Are you talking to him? Lin Yuya snorted. Of course not. I grew up in that kind of place since I was a child. I know very well. Some people follow a group of friends and pretend to be strong in order not to be looked down on, but in fact, they are just like that. Shen Zhang smiled. If Lin Ruhu is here, he will deny it immediately. The dignity of your men is really weird. Lin Yuya didn't want to continue to say this, because she found that this handsome little boy seemed to know much better than her. Sister Lin, please take another capsule. Shen Zhang took out only 2 capsules of blood Qi Dan. Everyone said, you don't have a Taoist, you need the blood Qi Dan most. You and I are not close relatives, why should you give me such a precious Ling Dan? Or, give it to cousin Gao Yi. Lin Yuya is true want to eat, but she knows she can't. Relax, I'm going to start learning how to make this kind of pill next. Besides, it's not good to eat more. Shen Zhang said, I will give brother Gao a pill. Shen Zhang just wanted to know that after Lin Yuya took the second capsule, the effect would not decay. Okay. Lin Yuya was very pleased to hear that Shen Zhang was able to make alchemy. He could have a friend of alchemy master, and his cultivation could certainly advance by leaps and bounds. Lin Yuya took another pill and began to refine it. The effect this time is not as strong as before, but it is still useful. Lin Yuya immediately told Shen Zhang how she felt when she ate. Well, Shen Zhang nodded. The first time he took Shueqi Dan, the effect was still very good. The second time it would weaken a little. Lin Yuya quickly refined the blood Qi Dan. My blood gas has probably improved for another period. Lin Yuya was excited again. My blood gas should have 13 paragraphs. Take another pill. Shen Zhang gave Lin Yuya the last pill. Lin Ruhu is still refining below. He needs more time, which shows that his physique is not as good as Lin Yuya, and he is much worse than Lin Yuya in every aspect. Lin Yuya was really reluctant to eat, she was afraid Shen Zhang did not, and it was a great gratitude to her. However, under the persuasion of Shen Shang, she still could not resist the temptation to eat the third blood gas pill. The third capsule of blood qi dan, the effect has dropped a bit. I have used the worst medicinal materials to refine these blood gas dan, if you use good medicine, the effect will be better. Shen Shang has probably mastered the specific effects of blood qi dan. While Lin Yuya was refining the qi of blood, Shen Shang suddenly realized that someone outside the small building was approaching, and it was still relatively tall. Lin Yuya's parents are here. They came quickly, almost rushing. At the first time, they saw Lin Ruhu. Dead cub, why are you here? Lin Yingping saw Lin Ruhu lying underground in the living room and walked over to kick Lin Ruhu. Oh, Lin Ruhu was still refining that blood gas pill, and his parents came suddenly, which made him panic, but he quickly calmed down. Father and mother, I came to Xiaoya to discuss cultivation, and under her guidance, I realized it immediately, and then I began to practice. Lin Ruhu said in a grieved expression, all interrupted by you now. Cultivation, I was the first time I saw someone snoring while practicing. You are clearly sleeping, Lin Yingping reprimanded. I want to lie to me again. Lin Ruhu was indeed refining just now, but he was also sleeping, and the power of the elixir in his body was working on his own. Not to mention, this dead cub seems to be a little stronger. He slapped Lin Ruhu's stomach with a palm and was surprised. Blood energy has become stronger, at least 10. Lin Ruhu was also shocked. He didn't expect that the blood qi dan effect was so good, actually let him improve 2 stages of blood qi at once. Really, dead cub, come and punch me. Lin Yingping patted his stomach and shouted, exhaust your strongest strength. Dad, then I'm welcome. Lin Ruhu immediately got up, the corner of his mouth slightly upturned, and a faint viciousness appeared. He was often beaten by his father, and now he finally has a chance to fight back. Boom, Lin Ruhu punched it out, as if exhausting his life's strength to fight an enemy with blood and enmity. Ah, Lin Yingping was hit with a punch, and broke through a wall and flew out. Dead boy, you are so cruel. Although he scolded, he climbed up from the broken bricks happily and smiled, finally, there is 10 pieces of blood, and I can. Father and mother, it's the middle of the night now. Is there anything urgent for you to come here? Lin Ruhu asked. There are demons mixing into Linjia Mountain Villa. We are afraid that Xiaoya will have an accident, so we rushed to protect Xiaoya as soon as possible. Lin Yingping said. Ah, then why don't you protect me first? Lin Ruhu said with a grieving expression. You are a man, you can protect yourself. Lin Yingping patted Lin Ruhu's shoulder and smiled. Besides, the demon will not start against you because you are worthless. Lin Ruhu is even more depressed, and he is obviously weaker than his sister. He is the one who should be protected. Hila Dao, our family will be in this building first. Don't wake up Xiaoya and Shen Shang brothers. Shen Shang was upstairs and learned that there was a demon in Linjia Mountain Villa, and he thought of something. The demon appeared suddenly, certainly not by accident. It should be that after the poison in Healy's body was resolved, the demon sensed something and hurried over to check immediately. Sister Lin, just call me Xiaoya. Lin Yuya is still refining the pill. She also knows that her parents are here, but she doesn't know about the demon. Sister Xiaoya, I'm very tired. I want to rest and then practice, and maybe sleep till noon. Shen Shang said. Don't wake me up if you're fine. Okay, Lin Yuya nodded. Shen Shang immediately returned to the room, and then released 6 magic mirrors, and then controlled the 6 magic mirrors to release the invisible magic circle, and then flew out of the window on the 3rd floor. He spared a circle in Linjia Mountain Villa and released his consciousness. He soon felt the magic spirit. The demon is exactly the same as man, but there is a trace of evil in his body. Shen Shang discovered the demon through this weak evil. Do you like this sight? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3840, Xingyanho. Shen Shang wanted to know this mysterious, magic spirit, but he couldn't do it at Linjia Mountain Villa, so he enhanced his own consciousness and deliberately let the magic inspiration know. The demon was a man in black. He was lurking in a tree in the courtyard where Lin Yuya's parents lived. After the demon learned the divine consciousness, his heart was secretly startled and then evacuated immediately. He couldn't understand what was going on, only knowing that he had just been discovered. It seems that the demon came to Xiaoya's mother. Shen Shang stared in the air. The black suit has a strong body and strong stealth ability. You know, now the entire Linjia Mountain Villa knows that a demon has sneaked in, and the demon can still easily leave Linjia Mountain Villa. Shen Shang secretly followed the demon. To his surprise, the direction of the demon went to the top of a tall building. The demon does not need any flying mounts to fly directly to the top of the dozens of tall buildings. It's a flying symbol. Shen Shang quickly saw it. Then he looked at the name of the building again, called Taixianlu. Taixian, isn't this the most powerful sect of the Great Flame Empire? Shen Shang was even more surprised. He had heard before that Taixianmen was the top sect of the Great Flame Empire, and it was in the Great Flame capital. Could it be said that it was the Taixianmen who met the demon at the top of the building? Shen Shang was even more puzzled. Taixianlu, that is the right way to kill demons, how can it intersect with the demon creatures in the abyss of heavenly demons? On the roof of Taixian building, stood a handsome man in white, who looked like a famous disciple. This guy is so strong. Shen Shang thought. The man in white looks very young, but his strength is not under Lin Yuya's parents. Long Xiao, the detox in He Li's body has been solved. When the demon saw the man, he knelt on one knee, respectfully. Impossible, not to mention this Spark City, even in the capital, people who want to resolve the magic poison can't find 3 people. The small family like the Lin family can't touch the 3 prestigious predecessors at all. The man looked unbelieving and sneered. It is indeed solved, the reason has not been determined. The younger only knew that the Lin family had an expert, that expert cultivated the consciousness and found me. Frightened, if it wasn't for the little one to run hurry, maybe you have been caught. The man's complexion changed greatly, and then he looked at the surrounding sky, and immediately took out a mirror to illuminate in all directions. He was exploring whether anyone was nearby. Why don't you use a messenger to contact me when you encounter this kind of thing? If you are tracked and find that I am responding to you, the consequences are unbearable. The man was relieved after investigating nobody around. He Li's poison has been resolved, what should I do next? Will the plan continue? Asked. If He Li's poison is not resolved, as long as the poison is on the brain, we can control her. We can let her marry Lin Yuya to our employer. Unfortunately, Lin Yuya is such a good condition female monk. The man sighed. After hearing this, Shen Shang was even more surprised, and then photographed the man's face with 6 magic mirrors, and then went to investigate the man's identity. Where is the Yi family? The demon said again, the Yi family has a seal. Xing Yanho may be able to resolve it. Relax, if Xing Yanho can't do it, his granddaughter will surely succeed in being dominated by us. After the man finished, he waved his hand. You go and stare at the Yi family. If Xing Yanho goes to Beijing for help, the first time contact me and I will find a way to stop him. Yes. After that, he immediately went to the Yi family. Shen Shang continued to follow the demon. He did not strike the man, because he has masters in Taixianlu. If he wants to fight, the movement will be great. Also, he is going to Yi family. The Yi family is the strongest family in the city of Spark, just because there is a star Yanho. Shen Shang has never been aware of Xing Yanho, but he can be banned and become a transcendent prince. It must be very powerful. The demon was really powerful, and soon came to Yefu in the eastern district of Spark City. The Great Yan Empire rewarded Xing Yanhu's enclave in the city of Sparks, and now it has been merged into Yefu, so it is very large, several times larger than Linjia Mountain Villa. At this time, it was already dawn. Shen Shang hurried back to the drugstore, took a leave, and quietly returned to Yefu. He also stared at the demon. There are many trained monk soldiers in Yefu, at least 5,000. This force is very scary, and other families are not allowed to have monks of this size. For example, the Lin family added up and down. I am afraid that there are hundreds of monks, most of them are still very weak, and most monks need to enter the martial art practice. Yi Fu was heavily guarded, but was still mixed in by the demon and Shen Shang, and they were still mixed into Yi Fu's most forbidden zone. That place is also the residence of Xing Yanho, a forest garden with a very good environment. Usually only Xing Yanho people can enter. But now besides Xing Yanho, there is also a beautiful, haggard woman. When Shen Shang looked at it, she knew that the woman was poisoned by poison, but it was different from He Li's. Grandpa, am I going to get better? It's been 3 months. The woman said a little sadly, I feel like I'm going to get better. Don't worry, Grandpa has sent someone to contact the people of Bayawadiandi, they will have a way. Xing Yanho is next to him, a very sturdy old man with white short hair and flat head, 2 white beards, eyes like an eagle, eyes like a knife, and there is a strong momentum all over him. But he was very gentle in front of his granddaughter. The demon was hiding under a tree, he put on a dress before, and then went invisible. Shen Shang intends to seize the demon torture, but now it is very inconvenient to do it. He thinks about it, and then uses his powerful consciousness to send a message to Xing Yanhou. Senior Yi, I traced a demon here, and I didn't intend to break into your land. He is hiding in the biggest tree now. Can you catch him? It's better to keep him alive, I want to torture him. Shen Shang can only use this method. Xing Yanhou was accompanying her granddaughter and heard a voice appear in her mind, and she felt a sudden shock. This is not remotely transmitted into the ear, but appears directly in his mind, and can only be achieved when the consciousness reaches a high level. In Xing Yanhou's eyes, this is a master. He nodded gently, expressing his willingness to cooperate. Relax, I will protect your granddaughter. She is poisoned, it is magic poison, and I can borrow it. The fact that she is poisoned is also related to the demon. I really trace the matter. Sound. Xing Yanhou was furious in his heart, and now he finally understood why the granddaughter's injury was not cured, and it turned out that he was poisoned by evil spirits. Let's fight together. Shen Shang finished speaking, and immediately secretly shot a consciousness, turning into a gust of wind towards the big tree. The demon was instantly dizzy, and the leaves shook at the moment. Xing Yanhou was very fast, rushed over in the blink of an eye, jumped on a tree to catch the demon.